radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Travis Rogers. It is DeMarco Farr. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Mornings 9 to noon right here on 710. And here we go. It is time for the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch. First pitch. As Greg Bergman joins the fellas to talk all things boys in blue and the Halos. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Nothing else. Nothing else. Hear first pitch every weekday morning from 9 a.m. till 9:30 as we bring you all that baseball talk you love. First thing in your day. Live from LA Live on 7:10 a.m. The all-new ESPN LA app. And watch it on YouTube Live at ESPN Los Angeles. The Travis and DeMarco Show and First Pitch with Craig Bergman, made possible by Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Right now.
Yeah! Or something like that. It is a great day.
You figured it out, huh? You're standing up now? Yeah. We were just sitting down a minute ago, see?
Why?
Greg is here for the first pitch.
Guys were both standing.
We are here at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in beautiful Claremont, California.
Yes.
And you know what happens when we come to Legends Attic. We talk a ton of baseball. We talk to Orel Hershiser. We talk to all of the friends that he brings out to Legends Attic each and every time. Here's what's coming up today. Orel will join us coming up in just a little bit. Will Smith, a multiple-time All-Star, a multiple-time World Series champion. Will Smith is going to be here.
Yes.
Kirsten Watson is going to be here. Steven Nelson is going to be here. Of course, Dave Hobrech and his amazing art, he is going to be here as well. So it is a fantastic day at Legends Attic. Cannot wait to talk a lot of Dodger baseball. Obviously a weird time. Maybe weird's the wrong word. A concerning time to talk about Dodger baseball. 7 in a row to the Angels, 4 in a row after winning the first couple of games against the Toronto Blue Jays going into last weekend. And for the first time since early April, the Dodgers are not in first place in the American League West.
It's crazy. And also, so since May 1st, they're 47 and 43.
Yeah.
That's basically 500 baseball, and that's just like we talked about yesterday and throughout the time. This might just be who this team is, and that's really disappointing because every single that was tough to watch last night just because you knew it was going to happen. You knew the bullpen was going to fall apart. You knew that even though they had a 5-2 lead, that they were not going to hold it. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but you knew they weren't going to hold it.
No, it didn't feel like it was something that was money in the bank the way that it has at other points. And in the last 6 weeks, the Dodgers went from 9 games ahead in the NL West. I think I said American League West a second ago. In the NL West to 1 game behind by going 12-21 in their last 33 games. 12-21 in their last 33 games.
Orel's about to throw it.
That is a 10-game switch from just 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like 10
I thought
games.
he was 2.
10 games is a ton. See that short hop right there?
Oh, look at that.
That's a first
There
baseman.
you go.
That's a first baseman.
See, yeah, no,
There you go.
You got to keep your head down and move through the ball.
Greg
I missed. I am not a first baseman.
Head down through the ball. That's how you got to
it.
do it. See? I pulled it off. But, yeah, it was.
I just caught Orel Hershiser.
Even 3.
How cool is that? Right?
This is really cool. Yeah.
End of the top of the first inning. Dodgers put 3 on the board. Will Smith hits a 2-run home run. Ohtani leads. By the way, the starting pitcher led off the game with a triple. When was the last time?
Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
DeMarco,
We're out of the bet, right?
You could not have gotten onto the phone any more quickly.
Thank you.
And you're like, we're done with the bet.
We're out of the bet.
The bet's over.
I
The bet's
off
over.
that bet like 3 days ago. Yeah. Forget about it. Yes, he's going to do it.
The Ohtani triple went up quickly. DeMarco's text followed shortly thereafter. But they go up 3-0. You got Ohtani on the mound, who has been terrific just about every time he's gone out there. He's scheduled to go 5 innings for the first time all season long, and yet still he doesn't finish 5 innings, and then the bullpen does what they've been doing for the last couple of weeks.
And in that first inning they're talking about, Kyle Hendricks threw 40 pitches. He threw 40 pitches, and they already had somebody up in the pen. After yesterday, when the day before, they had 8 pitchers pitch. So that's not some sort of great bullpen that the Angels had. But because they couldn't knock him out, Hendricks went 4 innings. At that point, when you have him on the ropes like that, one more hit in that inning,
teetering.
and he's done. And then all of a sudden, you have to get into their bullpen, and then you should be able to start hitting him more and more. And that's just you're not getting that timely hit anymore.
Yeah, he was teetering. I loved what I don't know if it was Karros or Steven Nelson, who's going to join us here in a little bit, said it on the broadcast last night. He goes, imagine how much damage they could do if CB Buckner made him throw it over the plate.
Oh, stop.
Because it was that's not my line.
Yeah.
That was their line,
It was a
and
great
they're
line,
right.
too.
It was an abomination what was going on back there.
It was both ways. I'll give him that.
It was, but at the end of the first inning, 1 inning.
Yeah.
9 missed calls
Yeah.
in 1 inning. That is inexcusable.
CB
But
Buckner
that's
is
a
one of the
topic for
worst.
another day. But you're right, Greg. They had opportunity after opportunity after I believe they left the bases loaded twice in the first 5 innings that they could not get that knockout blow to turn the game from. Look, 3-0. It's a nice start, but it's not over. 5-3. It's a nice start, but it's not over. And they had multiple opportunities, DeMarco, to turn it into 8-3, 9-3, and they just could not get that big hit.
I guess I'm used to seeing them underachieve or play down to competition, right? So to speak. Or you could say the Angels wanted it more or played better. That's fair. They swept, right?
They played better, that's for sure.
They played better.
More heart,
they played
put
better.
together more hits.
But you start
strung together more hits.
Parsing through that, and one of the lines that stuck out this morning was the Dodgers have workers, the Angels have a team. And I'm like, that's just euphoria from sweeping the Dodgers. That's the thing that got me last night was when you had to go get Ohtani. That hurt me a little bit. I've never seen him have to go be rescued before.
They were hitting him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've never seen him be rescued before.
And it might have been one batter too long that they let him go out there, but that's neither here nor
I think to DeMarco's part, though, it was one of these, and quite frankly,
that hurt.
And we'll get into this as we go through the show. We'll talk to Orel about this, too. It's one of those, even though Ohtani might have been letting you know, through the hitters were letting you know, hey, this may be the end of the line right here. I don't know what's down there.
Right.
Like once I go down there,
that was
all bets are off. I would
plans,
rather go with my guy who might be getting hit a little bit than go start rotating through the bullpen. Orel has said this a handful of times. I've heard him say it on the broadcast. I've heard him say it with you and me, DeMarco, at other points. It's the more times you have to go down there, the more chances there are for something to not for one of those guys to not be on. And I think they were just saying, hey, let's try to get Shohei through this inning. That's 1 out, 2 outs fewer that we need to get out of our bullpen. And turns out that was right.
And even then, they brought in Anthony Banda, who started walking guys. So no matter
4 walks for the Dodgers
against lefties too, that he was doing it against. So as a lefty, your job is to get out other lefties and not walk guys. He got out of the inning, so thankfully they ended up getting out of the inning with a nice strikeout of Trout. But either way, you can't do that. And then after that, what do you have? There's nothing back there that you say, okay, I feel good about what's going to happen. You knew in the 9th inning or in the bottom of the 8th, Edgardo Henriquez, he loads the bases, and they actually get the big hit with the bases loaded. This team has not gotten hits with bases loaded. That's how they score runs, walking guys with the bases loaded.
And hitting homers.
If you knew that, wouldn't that cause you to be more aggressive if you're Shohei? Like doing dumb stuff on the base path? Like, we have to be more aggressive to score runs. Like, if you don't start boat racing people.
Yes, I
you know what I'm saying?
Your point.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a line of aggressiveness that is, hey, let's try to make something happen, and then there's recklessness.
You're right on the edge.
Hey, we can't do that.
Well, it makes sense, though. That would be my mentality. If I turn it over to the bullpen, we got problems. So we need to score as many runs as possible while we can. Because we're going to give them up at the end.
They scored 5 runs in the early part of the game, and then it was the late part of the game. And to your point, Greg, the Angel bullpen is not exactly a murderer's row of arms that are coming out there, and they just could not get anything started against those guys. It was it was deeply frustrating to watch because there were opportunities, but there wasn't the knockout shot that we all kept waiting for.
So I want to read you a quote from Mookie Betts, and I just wanted to know how you feel about this because I have a way of thinking of it too. Mookie Betts on the number of close losses. It's encouraging to know we're giving ourselves a chance to win every night. It's not like we're going out there just laying eggs. We're going out there and we're doing what we can, just falling short right now. How do you feel about that quote from Mookie Betts?
I heard that. I mean, he's right. At least you are giving yourself a chance to win. You know what I mean? Every one of these losses, you could have said the Dodgers could have won it for X, Y, and Z. So you're putting yourself in position. You just can't get over the hump. That's not the end of the world. It's not the worst comment I ever heard.
I don't really put too much stock in it one way or the other. I think, and DeMarco, you can speak to this. You were the guy on the receiving end of questions from reporters for a long time. That I think a lot of it is, I got to say something. I'm not going to open myself up to you. I'm not going to tell you every thought that's in my head. I'm going to give you something that is mostly positive. Athletes will very rarely go negative on their own team. That's just not what typically happens. And this felt to me like, hey, we're doing our best. We're getting closer. It's going to turn. I don't put it. I understand where you're going with it, Greg.
Right.
That it didn't feel great to hear.
It's not a great quote.
The Dodgers are not a hey, we're getting closer kind of group.
Yeah,
right?
There are no great quotes after you lose.
Part. Yes,
there are no great quotes.
That's where I go to.
Yeah,
I'm
but
with you.
there are some positives. You have to extrapolate the positives out of getting beat. So we were close. We had a chance to win. We just didn't.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's got to be somebody in that room, and maybe they're doing it behind closed doors, but somebody in that room that's saying, you know what, this is not acceptable. We cannot continue playing like this game in and game out. We need the big hit with bases loaded. I would have loved for him to just say no.
You think they don't know that?
Well, of course, no. Of course they know it. But why can't Mookie come out and say, like, we're not playing well right now? We have to get these wins. It's not. Oh, we're right there. We're just missing. We're just falling
Greg,
short. I don't like that at all.
That, oh my God, the world would explode.
No, I think he's being honest.
He's been bad all year, and if he says we're not playing good, that oh my God.
And he says, and it starts with me. I have been bad all year, so that I haven't been helping. I'm starting to come around.
Last 2 weeks, he's been pretty.
No, he's been good. I know. So, but
see,
you say it starts with me because he had been bad. But I just would have liked to have heard a little bit more honesty.
I hear what you're saying. I understand your point. I just think that this is a group that is incredibly veteran. This is a group that has been through, maybe not this exactly, but they've been in the valley before. They know what the valley feels like. And I believe this, and I think they believe this, that as bad as this has been for the last month and a half, right? This is not who they are. It will turn.
Of course.
It always turns. We're going to get back to this. It will happen. It's just awful to be in it in the moment. Right. And the second I acknowledge the awfulness of it publicly, then it's like, it's saying the name that you're not supposed to say out loud. It's just
Voldemort.
Keep your head down and keep moving forward and keep saying that everything's going to be all right. Even if you're starting in the back of your own mind to maybe not buy it, you got to say it anyway.
True.
I get it. But I feel like a guy like Justin Turner, when he was here and he was the leader of this team, he would get in on guys and be like,
that's valid.
This is not going to happen. I just don't know who that guy in this locker room is.
I would love it for it. I would love for it to be Shohei. That would be awesome. If not, Freddie Freeman. It just doesn't seem like his type of thing to do. To be that, to grab the team by the collar. What are you laughing at?
I just got a little souvenir from my pal Orel that says Travis loves Max on it, and I do.
You do love Max.
And I do.
There you go.
Ooh, and then the next one is, who is my favorite Dodger? We'll talk about that when our pal Orel Hershiser joins us here. We are here at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the lovely city of Claremont, California. It's nice and cool so far today, so we're having a great day. Will Smith's going to join us. Kirsten Watson's going to join us. Stephen Nelson. We got a great show planned for us
nice and
today.
Cool, but Greg is hot.
Yeah, a little bit. So I need a little Arrowhead to cool me down. But by the way, you asked before about Arrowhead and mixing it with alcohol. I had Arrowhead with tequila last night.
I bet it was pretty good.
It was very good. You should absolutely give it a shot.
Yeah.
No, very much. All right. Arrowhead natural mountain spring water. Nothing else. Sorry.
Couldn't
get it out there.
And one. Yes.
See, that was what's that called? We did RF. What? Emily, help me out here. What's the
RBC? Remaining beer chug.
No.
ASMR.
ASMR. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. A little. I already forgot it again. RMQP. That's coming up. Orel Hershiser joins us in just a little bit. It's Travis DeMarco. Greg's here too on 710 ESPN.
This is the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater, nothing else. More of first pitch next on 710.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey, John Ireland here for Thrive Cybersecurity. We all know in sports that defense wins games and turnovers kill you. That's also true in business. The truth is 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. Don't let that happen to you. Remember this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Thrive starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Visit thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Play defense, use Thrive, and protect your business.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Hey guys, it's Cappy, and let's talk about Prize Picks because it's football season. Preseason underway. College football is here. Let's all get together and play Prize Picks. I'm excited about the season. What's going to happen to Aaron Rodgers? Is Josh Allen going to continue to produce? What about Joe Burrow? Prize Picks is the simple play. It's so easy. All you do is you pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. And you don't have to get them all right because Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hurt. So let's all do this together. Okay, here we go. Download the Prize Picks app and use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. We're all going to have a great season together. Prize Picks, run your game.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch with Greg Bergman talking all things boys in blue and the Halos. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater, nothing else. Let's get back to first pitch right now on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710.
With regard to the Halos part of that introduction, when can we acquire Zach Neto? When does he become a Dodger? I'd very much like him to be a member of the LA Dodgers.
Can we still? Do they still do waiver moves? Like they just put him on waivers, we pick him up, we do hashtag Future Dodger.
That dude's something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you don't like the Mookie quote, and I don't love it either, but it does, and it doesn't move me quite the way it does for you. I'm not saying that the Dodgers should ever complain about bad luck or the gods or any of these things because they have a lot more things that are on their side of the ledger than against. But let's just talk about what's happened the last couple of nights as far as just the rub of the green, the luck of the draw, the gods. Shohei Ohtani hits into a triple play the other night, which is just incredibly unlucky / a little bit of bad base running. Last night, Andy Pages hits a 2-run home run.
I wanted to hit 20.
Brought back into the yard that to the point that we've been talking about, that would have broke the game open. That would have put the game in one of those, okay, we're in a pretty good spot that your bullpen doesn't need to be nearly perfect the rest of the way. We've seen a whole bunch of different things happen along the way that are just like, seriously, Max Muncy leaves the lineup right before the game's about to start. He's got a little thing going on that they're going to get some imaging on. We'll see what that is. It just seems like one thing after the next as far as breaks go, at least in the last couple of weeks or month, just have not gone the Dodgers' way.
And that home run that Teodosio took away from Andy Pages.
Great catch.
It was amazing.
It was a great catch.
It was immediately on SportsCenter top 10. Like it was at that while the game was still going on. But at the same time, you said that it would have helped the bullpen. Yes, it would have helped. But would you feel confident still that Edgardo Henriquez was going to put him away in the bottom of the 8th with a 3-run lead?
Yeah.
He loaded the bases.
I understand, but it's a totally different dynamic.
When it's 1 versus 3?
One pitch could not even saying that to load the bases. I'm saying that I can just flat attack right out of the chute if I know that a home run doesn't put me out of the game. A home run doesn't tie the game. I got to pitch a little differently like that. It would have been a little bit extra wiggle room, a little bit more breathing room. And again, to kind of go full circle, this puts so much pressure on their bullpen, and the bullpen is already struggling. That multiple, and quite frankly, the starters haven't done their job of shortening the game either. Nope. That they've been coming out of the game, in the middle. Shohei at least had the green light to go 5 innings. He couldn't get to the end of the 5th inning, and that just, again, we're back in the bullpen. Orel said it a bunch of times. The more times you have to go down there, the more chances that somebody's a little off, and that's what happened last night. They finally ran into the guy that was off.
Yeah, everybody.
They're all off.
But they're all off. Yeah, you're saying ran into the guy. All of them are off right now. And even if they did get out of it, let's say it goes to the bottom of the 9th, who do you go to there? Is it Jack Dreyer? I think that's the only option that they even had at that point. There's nobody. Trinan's burned. Vezia's burned. Kasparius is burned. You already used Bonda. Using Alexis Diaz. Is that who is going to be your closer at that point? Like, who is the right?
I want to look at something real quick, just as far as how this all went down last night. So at the end of the 8th inning, Henriquez comes in. Right, he pitches 1 inning there. He gets out of it, and then he comes. I honestly,
would you go again?
I think so.
A second inning?
I think you do, and just see what, because he go back 2 nights ago, he was pretty good. He was the one guy that came in there and was pretty good. He's throwing 103 miles an hour last night. That's pretty good. And now it was over the middle of the plate,
right?
But
take it.
But it was at least. Even at 103, it's pretty competitive.
He ties it up. He allows bases loaded. They tie the game. They don't win the game. They don't get the 6th run. They only get the 5th.
Yeah.
You still bring him back out there for the bottom of the 9th?
Probably not. But again,
this is where I'm going. There's nothing back there right now.
That's it.
There's
yes,
no good choice.
That's it. Yeah. It's not like we got this one right now. It is. Hey, cross your fingers and hope that whoever comes out next has a sharp night. It's not Vezia. It's not Kasparius. It's not Henriquez. It's not Robles.
Diaz.
Kind of run out of gas. Diaz is probably the least likely option in that point. I mean, I don't think anybody's totally off the table, but this is the part, like, the runs will come. They have enough good hitters. And again, they scored 5 runs last night, or 6 runs, or 5 runs, that the runs will come. They're going to score runs. The question is the run prevention, and right now, that's the part that they do not have an answer for. Just keep running Shohei, keep running Freddie, keep running Muncy, keep running Will Smith. The runs will come. The pitching may not.
Yeah, I don't think the pitching, I mean, it will eventually. That's what the hope is, right? And if we wanted to be honest, and what we really truly think is that they'll be fine, that they will be. I hate saying it. I think they will
keep going,
figure themselves out.
Right.
They will get into the playoffs. They will do well in the playoffs.
I just have one question.
Yep.
When they do figure themselves out, where are you in relation to the Padres?
So that's the biggest thing. That's why this weekend against the Padres is so huge to me, because what they do this week, if they get swept, it changes your entire mindset, and now you've lost 7 games in a row once again. If you win the series, sweep the series, whatever, you feel better about it. Like, okay, we're beating the good teams in our division, and we feel like these are teams that we're going to see in the postseason, so you feel good about that. If they don't do that, this is a big series for them. I just can't see. It's really about, are they going to get Tanner Scott, Kirby Yates, Michael Kopech, Brusdar Graterol? Are you going to get all of your bullpen, your true bullpen back and healthy and pitching well? And I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well, and you're going to not. It's not like you're a guy short, or even 2 guys, or quite frankly, even 3 guys short. you're many guys short. So Gratterall and Kopech and trying and kind of rounding into form and all the guys that you're optimistic
Scott,
for,
Yates.
It needs to be all of them.
Yeah.
It's not just one or two of them need to come back. It does feel like it needs to be all of them. I want to go back to something you said, and you guys tell me. I'm going to ask Orel this. I'm going to ask Steven Nelson. I'm going to ask everybody this today. Will Smith.
Kirsten Watson.
Is this Padres series coming at the best time or the worst time? Because the best time, you can make an argument, I think.
You need this.
Both ways you can argue.
You can fix this, boom.
You
like
need
that.
this like you need air right now.
Yeah.
You really do.
You can go beat the guys that just jumped ahead of you, and you can square the account tomorrow night. As quickly as tomorrow night, you can be right back in the right spot. But the opposite is, hey, now I'm in a deeper hole with less time to go. Best time or worst time for this to come?
So I think you can look at it in both ways. And Orel Hershiser was just signing stuff for you just randomly. If you wanted, just saying, hey, I just want to come by and give you my signature.
By the way, I'm going to put that up in my my murder room.
You should. Do you actually have an Orel Hershiser autograph before this?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere. It all depends on the outcome. I feel like
no, you can't.
All right, I can't couch. I can't couch. All right, so I will say it's coming at. To be honest, it's the worst time because they're pitching so badly.
You're in complete opposite. You need this like you need air. You're not going to fix the bullpen situation like you guys just talked about. There are no good options down there right now. It's completely overtaxed. It is what it is. But all the other stuff, the competitive stuff, all that stuff, the grab the team by the throat. Well, the Padres are coming. You don't need somebody to tell you what's about to happen. It's about that. This is exactly what this team needs right here. They don't need the kiddie slope.
See, I love that.
They don't need that. Go back to the top from the black.
Double
and
black diamonds.
There you go. Let's do this again. Let's put your life at risk. To bring the best out of you.
I'm with you, Marco. I'm with you.
I'm worried that they hit and they're getting to the pitchers. They're getting to Michael King. They're getting to Yu Darvish. They're putting up runs, and the bullpen just tears it all apart again and again.
Can't fix that.
And it destroys their confidence at the same time, or parts of their confidence. Like anything we do, it's going to go wrong because we can't finish a game. That's what
I hear what you're saying, but I'm with DeMarco. If you can go in there and just say, look, this is what we have. We got to find a way to win this fight. We got to find a way to win this game with what we have. And if that means we got to score 8 or 9 runs, that means we got to score 8 or 9 runs. And we got to go out there and find a way to do this. And if you do, I really do think this could be coming out of the valley. Now, if it goes the other way, I think that is a totally different conversation, but I'm glad they're playing the Padres this week and that you get to face the thing that is right. I was going to say on your heels, not on your heels.
Yeah, they're ahead of
right in front of you.
The boogeyman. Yes,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I understand it. I wonder and I've worried that this is all if it goes the opposite way.
Yeah.
If it goes the way and they just get boat raced all 3 games.
If it goes the opposite way, then that's a totally different conversation.
Yeah,
it
changed from what we talk about on Monday for first pitch is going to be vastly different depending on these 3 games, and it could be very happy and exciting, or it could be very like this is death and gloom.
All right, let's get the guy who is the reason we are here. Orel Hershiser is going to join us coming up in just a little bit. We are at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont, California.
And first pitch brought to you by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Nothing else. Cheers, bud.
Nothing else. Orel Hershiser coming up next.
Hey, you can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get yourself stuck in traffic when you can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour? Pechanga gives guests all the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, and golf. And let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The casino floor is immense. It's huge. 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. The spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside, that's kind of like what I like to do, or put a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more information. Also, follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information, and I'll see you at the pool.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Have you been impacted by the Southern California wildfires, like Eaton and Palisades or other related fires this year? You're not alone, and you don't have to recover alone. Join us for the Ashes to Answers, a wildfire expert panel event, August 21st and 23rd at the Westin Pasadena. The event is free and hosted by the Rise Relief Project. We support those impacted by the wildfires with supplies, resources, and emotional care. Get real answers about insurance claim recovery, rebuilding your home, and your real estate options. Learn how to speed up your recovery and find out if you qualify for a wildfire class action lawsuit. Our team of experts, legal advisors, and community partners will be there, offering resources, support, and critical aid. In times of crisis, you need more than hope. You need help you can count on. Rise California. Relief, intervention, support, empowerment. Call 800-484-RISE or log on to risereliefproject.com to RSVP. Register now and receive a free gift at check-in to the event, August 21st or 23rd. 800-484-RISE.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, the reason we are here, of course, Legends Attic in beautiful Claremont, California, 619 West Foothill Boulevard.
Yeah.
Orel Hershiser is here. Would you like me to read your resume, Orel?
Oh, my God.
Like to do
Not
that.
really.
I always like to do that.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But would you make sure my wife is listening while you read it?
Okay.
I like that.
Yes, yes.
So I don't have to take the garbage out?
Cy Young
often?
Award winner, 1988. World Series champion, 1988. Both the NL and ALCS MVP, 204 wins, a 3-time All-Star. Not a bad resume, my friend.
I appreciate it. The Hall of Decent.
Whatever.
Oh, I think a little better than the Hall of Decent.
Come on.
A little bit better than the Hall.
Crazy.
You know, it's funny. You may or may not know this. I don't know. Do you know what your career WAR is?
Not good enough.
No, it's pretty good.
No?
It's actually quite good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
When WAR came out,
Yeah.
I wasn't that big of a believer in it.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that my WAR was pretty good, I'm like, this is
I love it. Yeah.
I need to reevaluate
Yes.
this. I need to reevaluate this. Well, first of all, thank you for having us
Oh
out
my
here
gosh,
again
you
today.
guys are amazing.
We love coming out here. Great crowd.
Your
out
whole
here, by the
crew.
way.
It actually
Yes.
is going to be our biggest crowd ever.
It looks like it.
The most tickets we've sold for autographs for a player or something like that was 150.
and we expanded that by 25 because Will was so popular.
Wow.
And then when Dustin May got traded, we lost Dustin May because he was going to be here, and we added Kirsten Watson and Steven Nelson. And Steven is here. Where's Steven? Steven Nelson.
Where's Steven?
He's right there in the Hawaiian shirt.
Okay, there
Next
he is.
to my tall
He's behind
son.
son. Yeah.
There he is.
Steven
He's hiding behind the oak
Yes,
tree.
indeed. Yes,
there he
Steven.
is. Hi there.
We'll have Steven on the air later. I'm
Yep.
sure you will. And Kirsten will be here
Nice.
probably in another 15, 20 minutes, maybe do the next segment for you, whatever.
Absolutely.
You guys are just content kings.
We
have
got
fun.
pretty good content today.
Question: what is
Yeah.
the weird? Don't take it blue. I know you won't because
I won't
you're,
take
you're
it
a great
blue.
guy. But what
I
is
don't
the
know about
weirdest thing you've ever been asked to sign?
Oh, do I have to say it publicly?
That's what. Don't go blue. I'm just saying. Like,
I'll bet you it's the same thing you've had to sign.
Probably. I mean, what is?
We should just go on what size was it?
Okay, so what's the weirdest thing you actually said yes to and gave a signature?
Well, the weirdest thing is a lady's bra, right? But her husband was present, and it wasn't on.
Okay.
So, okay, right? I don't, that is the weirdest thing, right?
Yes.
I would say, what else is the weirdest thing? There are things that I have refused to sign.
Okay, yeah.
That it's like,
That would have been a better question. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's start there again.
No, we're not. We're not gonna. No, there's. It's really hard. Like I don't sign napkins. I'll sign a cloth napkin.
Okay.
And I sign them usually for the restaurant or the server that night who happens to be a huge Dodger fan. And you can tell during the night they're being really professional. And I'll bring the manager over and I'll say, hey, I know the server's name is Steve, but he's a huge Dodger fan. Yeah. I said, is it okay if I damage one of your napkins and sign it and then give it to him after the check? And he goes, oh my God, he would love that. Oh, can he get a picture? I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I'll sign my napkin or a fresh one.
Yeah.
And just fold it up. They don't know. And then at the end, I go, you better look at this napkin today.
That's super cool,
Oh,
man.
it's fun.
I think it's cool
fun.
that you asked the
But a
restaurant
paper
first.
paper napkin, I don't because it disintegrates, and I don't want the fan in a year to look at the napkin and go, oh, it bled and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, go get me a regular piece of paper.
I would want the napkin with the steak sauce on it. I would just that's an authentic piece of memorabilia.
That's true. Like if you're eating ribs.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Little
look at Orel
barbecue sauce on
Hershiser
it.
signed his
Why were
note.
you signing Travis's notepad? That's what I was
I got
curious.
a double. I got an
Yeah,
Orel Hershiser the fourth and just
It's not like he
Orel
doesn't have your
Hershiser.
signature already.
No, it's just Travis and I are developing this special relationship.
That sounds ominous.
What
by
do you
the way.
mean by that?
Special sounds ominous.
I'm not that curious, but I mean, we have a special relationship.
Okay, is it the Max Muncy thing? Is that what it is?
No, I
By
think.
the way, he
I
didn't
think
play again last night.
I think
and they lost. I'm just saying.
Travis was very loyal to Max when he was hurt. He was very loyal to Max when he slumped at the beginning of the year. He was, of course, loyal when Max came off the IL and started crushing again.
Yeah.
And so we have this personal text relationship about Max, and I love Max. Max knows because I've encouraged him as he's come back, and when I pass him in the hall or wherever I pass him. But his relationship, since Fernando passed, I think Max has taken on the mantle.
A new love?
I think he's the new love.
He's on the list for sure.
Oh, there's a list.
Yes, there is. There is an Ohtani on the list. There's a Freddie on the list. There's a Mookie on the list. But there's a Will Smith on the list.
So you're a public figure that needs to protect every angle.
Not everyone.
But I will say, Orel, I do like Max Muncy quite a bit.
But you have a theory. You think the Dodgers go as he goes, and some dudes, it could be fanfare, it could be whatever. They are the thumper for the team if he is hitting, and everything else seems to fall in line when he's hitting. That's what it seems like.
It seems like when Max is in the lineup that if everybody else is healthy, everybody falls into their place of how the lineup functions.
Yep.
The other thing that Max does is even when he doesn't get a hit, he helps turn the lineup over quicker because he takes his walk and he takes a lot of pitches and doesn't swing at them. So he's giving the guy on deck, he's giving the rest of the lineup a lot of information on what's happening. It's an information exchange between the pitcher and the hitter. And the pitcher has to give up the information first. I have to wind up, when I was younger, you wind up and you throw this ball, and the hitter gets to decide to react to it or take a strike, but understand what that velocity was and how to time it or what he's starting me off with. The hitter gets all this information, and he has to pay for it if he takes it by possibly a strike. If he doesn't have to pay for that information and it's ball one, he's really in a much better shape. That's why it becomes a hitter's count. It becomes a hitter's count because he saw the delivery, he saw the release point, he saw what pitch we started off, he saw which side of the plate we went, he saw what all that. He got to work on his own timing, his stride, when to get his foot down, and now he goes, I'm in a good place, and it's 1-0.
Yeah,
so
and he's got the advantage.
And Max is very good at building those counts and in the information exchange, not only for himself but for the rest of the lineup.
Orel Hershiser joining us. Orel, let's talk about the series that starts tomorrow. Obviously, they play the Padres 6 times.
Oh, they're playing somebody?
Yes, they are. I asked DeMarco this. I'm curious your thought. The Padres series, obviously the Dodgers have given back 9 games in the last 33 that they've played, or 10 actually, because they're a game behind. They had a 9-game lead.
Right.
Is this series coming at the best possible time or the worst possible time? Because you get to play the guys that you're chasing. They're right there in front of you. You can right the ship right now.
That is so weird that you use the word chasing.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
They are.
They're
behind.
They aren't, but they are behind.
Yeah.
The reason I don't think they're chasing is because they're playing each other 6 times the rest of the year. So a lot is going to be decided. Each one of those games will be worth 2, not 1. Because you can't make up for the loss. Like if we win and they win, we just stay together, right? It's been very interesting for me from the 9-game lead to now. It has brought my game face back. It has made the season very interesting. It has brought up topics that we've dealt with in the past, but now opposite of that topic. So the topic in the past has been, how are they going to be tough enough in the playoffs because they won the division by 20? And then they made it through, and they learned how to deal with the bye. They did a lot of non-family time, but all teammate time to get into the series. I don't mind where we are because I'm back as a player now. I know I'm an announcer. I know I'm supposed to analyze this. I know I'm supposed to worry like everybody else. But as a player, this is motivating. This is why you play. This is fun. We've all been cut from a team. We've all had injuries and come back from. We've all wanted to be in the big leagues, but we were minor leaguers. We've all gone to winter ball, and I'm talking as a player now. And it's like, oh, good, a challenge, and that's fun. That's why you get to this level, right?
Yeah.
Why you played where you played and did what you did, and how you got to be a host on ESPN, and how everybody rises up. The people that have risen up doesn't make you more special than somebody else, but you have maybe lived in a different way.
Yeah,
this is exciting.
No doubt. Bear hunting with a switch. I love it. It's
This
a challenge.
is exciting.
Let's go get it done.
You said it. I forget which game you said it on, but you said it on one of the broadcasts against Toronto. And you said, the idea of, well, when we get to October and we're doing this, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's something along the lines of they need to switch their attention to the division as opposed to what's coming up in October. Is there a tangible difference in approach, or is it just kind of, hey, we have this in front of us before we can get to that?
You know what I'm going to say, but okay, there's noise. And you can decide to let the noise consume you or lose your focus over it, or you can decide that the noise, actually what I just said a little bit ago, makes you go, oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you have to deal with the noise in interviews with teammates that might have not gone through this and are a little weak-minded. As a veteran, you try to school them and bring them along. If you see them leaving mentally, you bring them back. But it's ultimately – we are never worrying about what you guys worry about on talk radio or use as topics, or every fan that I listen to that calls in. We are not worrying about what you are doing. That is your role, and I love that you do that because that makes the sport really popular and exciting. But what the players are doing are taking that stimulus and finding a way to either block it out or motivate them.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, I want backup because you lived it. But
totally, I'm right there with you.
And it's different for his sport than my sport, right? We get to go back and do it right away.
Yeah.
He had to wait a week.
Oh, my God.
And the week is a lot harder than doing it tomorrow.
Yes.
And a reliever is easier than a football player. A starting pitcher is more like a football player.
Yeah.
True.
Especially now that we're going on a 6-man rotation. So you got to wait a while, and you got to eat that, and it's got to either eat you or you got to eat it.
The motivation part, I get. That's why I told Travis I'm happy it's the Padres, because you don't need somebody in the clubhouse to grab you by the collar to, kind of focus you. It's coming. It's right there.
Yeah,
this is
for
that
sure.
team. So even if you do max out in the motivation part, what we've been, how do you cover up for a bullpen that keeps giving it up at the end?
Well, yeah, now you're asking me to analyze, and I would say that's probably the hardest part of a team and the most emotional part of the team that makes it tough if that's the reason you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you're usually either in a tie game or position to win when your key bullpen pieces are in, or the healthiest ones. That's what we are at right now. When you're behind by 4 runs, it doesn't matter as much, right?
Yeah.
When you're tied or down by 1 or ahead, it's like we should win this game. And then you say, why should we win this game? Because, look, our offense is going to do the job. Ohtani's going to hit a home run, which he did. Will Smith's going to hit a home run, which he did. We don't have, if the bullpen doesn't perform perfectly, the offense can't cover for them. We have a place where the bullpen is going to be a focus because everything else on the team can cover for them.
Right.
The starting pitching now is way better. It's like in top in baseball over the last month and a half. And then the offense has started to come around, even though they did have their doldrums as they've lost the 9-game lead. And the bullpen is still the focus. And it is the focus because the rest of the team is functioning pretty well.
Right. Yeah, and will be until some of those guys get back, too, and start to see the faces that we expected to see back in the bullpen. Or we're going to talk to you throughout the rest of the day.
Of course.
Oh, for sure. I'll be in and out whenever you need me. The guy that you're going to talk to next, he's never been in a slump.
Oh,
never?
yeah?
No.
Slump
I don't believe that.
Steven, he's never been in a slump.
Okay.
He has grown where the L.A. audience absolutely loves him. I mean, Joe and I had a pretty tough assignment coming on with Mr. Scully and then replacing Mr. Scully, but nobody ever replaces him. You just get to talk on the same microphones in the same place. And then another young man came on board that you're going to talk to next that has just blown people away and is a pleasure. An absolute pleasure to go to work with every day when we do. Changes the chemistry in the booth, changes the chemistry of the broadcast, changes everything, has been himself, and is blowing the L.A. public away, and you're going to get to hear from him.
And he and I have something in common that I cannot wait to get into because DeMarco's going to roll his eyes at me, and I know Steven's going to be very excited to talk about this.
Yeah.
So that's
Steven doesn't spell his name the right way. That was his parents' fault.
Steven Nelson is going to join us coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN Live from Legends Attic. And the reason I know these guys is because I met them through Rotolo Chevrolet. Rotolo Chevrolet, right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, right there in Fontana. Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. Think about that. We're talking about baseball teams trying to go back-to-back, right? How about 13 consecutive back-to-backs? That's what they've done at Rotolo Chevrolet by just doing it right day after day, month after month, year after year. And that means the best selection, the best pricing, and customer service that you will absolutely remember, that you're going to tell all your friends about, so you go to Rotolo Chevrolet too. I've been working with these guys for years. I can't tell you how much I encourage you to go out to Rotolo Chevrolet. I bought cars from Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210, as I mentioned, Sierra Avenue exit. And if you are not in Fontana, let's say you're in the Valley, let's say you're in Ventura, go online, RotoloChevy.com, ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Saturday, the black and gold keep the road stretch rolling after the electric debut of their new global superstar.
Son Youngman will come in, the number 7 for LAFC for his first ever appearance for the black and gold.
LAFC invades New England for a battle with the Revolution. Pre-game coverage starts Saturday at 4 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Oh, the front flip from Denis as he celebrates with Son Youngman.
The new home of Sonny and the black and gold is ESPN Los Angeles. Hey, soccer fans, are you ready for a shot at some serious soccer excitement? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you a chance to win tickets to a major upcoming soccer game. Imagine being there live, experiencing the thrill of world-class soccer firsthand. It's easy to enter. Just visit soccerdreamticket.com. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity from San Antonio Cardinale, your perfect game day wine. Head to soccerdreamticket.com now for details and your chance to score big.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum at SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
For over 20 years, Purple Wave Auction has been the trusted leader in online auctions, offering the easiest way to buy and sell equipment. From bulldozers to backhoes and combines to cranes, we host multiple weekly auctions in construction, ag, and fleet equipment. With our no reserve format and sell where it sits approach, you can bid on local equipment without waiting for far-off auction dates. Get registered for free and start bidding today at purplewave.com.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I know I've gotten something right, DeMarco, when a professional like Steven Nelson, who is joining us right now, says something like, "You got me with your tease." That makes me feel very good.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
part of the radio business. DeMarco, get ready to roll your eyes, my friend.
Okay.
You've heard me do this before.
Yes.
my favorite part of last night's broadcast was 2 pitches in, we were on to CB Buckner.
Yeah.
And then we were 2 pitches into the game because DeMarco has heard me rail about umpiring, and I'm like, you cannot get the robots here fast enough as far as I'm concerned. And 2 pitches into the game, I'm like, Steven and I, we are on the same page on this issue.
Well, I think anybody who has paid attention to baseball games and you have that particular umpire roll through, at this point it's unsaid because you know it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
Not just for us, but especially the pitchers in the batter's box the hitters in the batter's box and the pitchers on the mound. But honestly, I was kind of surprised. It took 4 pitches for us to really see how bad it was going to be. Normally, it's first pitch of the game.
Let me clarify. I'm not saying like he's right and you guys are wrong. I'm just saying it's a tough job.
It is a tough and
it's
thankless
incredibly
job.
tough. Yeah.
Where the line of demarcation for me is when you have the characters who sort of arrogantly make it about themselves, and I think he is one of those guys. He's been that way forever, and that's why, again, it's just unsaid. Didn't want to make it a huge bit throughout the broadcast because
it's hard not to when he keeps missing them.
It is hard. It is hard. Quote unquote, at least he was consistent for both sides. I don't know that made any Will Smith, any of the Dodgers, or any of the Angels feel better about what they were having to work with that night. But yeah, that's where I have a problem when it becomes the ump show and he's super indignant when he gets called out about it and confrontational. But, hopefully last night helped his jersey sales.
Yeah.
I know that's
well, I did like, and we'll move on to other things, but I believe EK said something along the lines of, well, yes, he has been a veteran umpire.
He's a veteran umpire who has been a veteran umpire.
I enjoyed that a great deal. Orel mentioned when we were speaking with him last segment that, you grew up in Southern California.
Yeah.
And you obviously wanted a career in this for a very long time. I can't imagine that you didn't listen to a lot of Vin Scully when you were a younger person. What is it like to sit where he sat and do what he does? Nobody replaces Vin, and it's impossible. But to have the job that Vin had, the responsibility, the pleasure, the everything that comes along with doing what he did.
Yeah, speaking seriously, it's a super heavy thing. Like the responsibility, the weight of the headset, you feel it every day because you walk into the press box and it says Vin Scully press box, and then you hang a left turn, and the first booth on the right is where he used to sit. Now, honestly, going back a couple years when I took the job, that made it easy because it's like Vin Scully, Joe Davis, can't touch that. Yeah. So now I could just be myself. And Now, in hindsight, I say that first 2023 season, I did feel like I was trying to be the broadcaster that I thought Dodger fans expected and wanted. And so that's not a good thing, because then you're not being yourself. And that's the whole thing. Whenever we talk to young broadcasters or fans, you have to find your voice and do your thing. And I appreciate Orel, not just because of the words he said on the air with you guys that I paid him handsomely for, but because throughout that first season, he was truly like a big brother in trying to help me calm down and slow the game down so I could be myself. And I feel like I've gotten there better the last couple of years, as kind of settling into the chair, so to speak. But yeah, you don't want to disrespect the lineage of that booth. And there are times where, because if you guys know me, like, I'm comfortable living off the rails, and there are times where I'm working with O or EK and I'm drifting there, and then the voice in my head will say, "This is Vin Scully's headset, you clown! Stop!" And then we kind of get back on track. But that's sort of how I've approached this job, but just with a ton of reverence.
I've never heard that. The headset is heavy.
It is.
Yeah, I'd never heard that before, and it makes perfect sense. All right, I have a question for you. So, Dodger fans, Orel said this earlier. Dodger fans are worried. Are they worried, or are they mad? Are they upset? No one likes to downsize, and it seems like you have to downsize expectation with how the team has been performing. So, should they be worried, or should they be PO'd right now?
Well, I hesitate to be the arbiter of emotions. I think people should feel how they should feel, because those are valid, frankly, with the summer that we have seen. It's not just a one-week stretch, a one-series stretch. This has gone on, going back to the beginning of July. And so your feelings at this point are valid. I can't argue that, and I won't argue that. I would say, if you listen to the Freeway Series, EK is the eternal optimist, right? He is and it's not just because he's a Dodger legend and he now works for the team. He says, not just because I'm getting a paycheck. He genuinely feels that when push comes to shove in October, in a short series, in a 7-game series, he's going to take the Dodgers. Now, I think that can be true. At the same time, you can have justifiable criticisms of what we're seeing from this baseball team right now. And so that's why I say, however you feel, I'm not going to argue with you. That is fair. You don't like what you're seeing from the bullpen? They don't like what they're doing in the bullpen. You don't like what you're seeing with the bases loaded or runners on base? They don't like what they're doing in those spots as well. And so, again, it's just, one of those times in a baseball season, and unfortunately this is longer than we are accustomed to watching the Dodgers. Are we spoiled? Absolutely. But this is just one of those stretches where things they're not playing well. They're playing sloppier than the Dodgers typically do, and things aren't going their way. I think we saw the ball bouncing against them this series most especially. So however fans want to feel, I think that's totally fair.
Dodger broadcaster Steven Nelson joining us here at Legends Attic in Claremont. Will Smith will be joining us coming up in just a little bit. Kirsten Watson as well. Maybe the fact that the race has tightened up the way that it has would have answered this question anyway. But go back to the last time the Dodgers and the Padres played each other. It got very chippy. Guys are getting knocked down. Dave Roberts, Mike Schilt going at each other behind home plate and all the stuff that comes along with it. And I thought at the time, fast forward, we'll see what the race looks like, but it's baseball, man. There's scores to be settled. This is the way that baseball gets played. But with it tightening up, Steven, do you think that stuff gets shelved and it's about winning the game on any given night?
No, I think it all gets ratcheted up.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Because I think if you got a fastball that runs in on Fernando Tatis, I think the Padres are going to react to it. I just do. And that was to me the unfortunate part of that last series. And I've in my days at MLB Network, had a good relationship with those players there. But I thought some of their quotes, especially after Game 1, Manny Machado talking about Andy Paz. If we want to hit somebody, we got some big dogs over there. Yeah. Super unnecessary. And really that turned things up to a point that it really didn't need to be. I understand Padres' frustrations, Fernando Tatis' frustrations, seeing a lot of pitches inside. You watch those highlights, I don't know that he picks the ball up very well, because some of them aren't super up and in and super egregious. I'm not going to say that he's not getting hit a lot, but I just think that the reaction to some of those pitches also kind of
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly.
His reaction relative to Shohei's reaction, for instance,
correct,
very different.
So, and then Schilt, certainly his reaction was unnecessary. But I do think that given where the race is right now, Emotions are going to be ramped up. But from the Dodgers' standpoint, given that they've dropped to a game behind the Padres, they can't be really thinking about that. And I think if you were to ask Will here in a few moments about it, he'd tell you the same thing. Like right now, it's look in the mirror time. It's not look over at the Padres time.
Tell me something. Why am I so invested in Mookie Betts? I really care about Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Like, he's a part of my family. Like, I do. I like when everybody, like, you want him to do so well, and when you just want him. I don't know why I'm so connected to Mookie Betts right now.
There's a magnetism to him, and that's part of the magic of Mookie. He's had that his entire career. Because I think you see a guy who's not a first-round pick. He was a fifth-round pick, and you see his stature, and I think there's something endearing about that, empathetic, because you want to see some of yourself in him. He's sort of an underdog in this game, you know.
He's a regular-sized person.
And
that's a huge part of it.
And he's a regular dude. I mean, there'll be games. He'll have a monster game, and Kirsten Watson will be on the field interviewing him and be like, Mookie, like, what did you see tonight? Mookie, he answers it as real as anybody in baseball. Like, I don't know, man. I had a good night. Like, hey, do you think you can keep it going? I don't know. I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Like, that's real. Like,
Yeah.
instead of the athletes, like, yeah, you know, I've really locked in the cage of late, and you're just like kind of, you know, giving an answer to give an answer. Mookie's just going to tell you what's on his mind. Here, I'll share a funny story. Kershaw was getting close to 3,000. We were in Colorado, so he's 8 strikeouts away, and I'm in the clubhouse and with Mookie, and I'm like, hey, Mook, like, you know, what's it been like playing behind Kershaw at short? Like, you done it in right field. Like, now you're on the infield. And he goes, so the answer I'm going to give you is, like, you know, it's super special. Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, Mook, what's the real answer? And he goes, honestly, I've been so locked in on trying to learn how to play shortstop. I could not tell you what it's been like to play behind Clayton Kershaw at short. But that's
Perfect.
Mookie Betts. Again,
Yeah.
he's just being honest. So I think that is why. And throughout his entire career, but especially with the Dodgers, as you know, Los Angeles has gotten to know and love him. The thing has always been everything comes easy to Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Whether it's a game of baseball, whether it's bowling, whether it's golf, it's basketball, it's pickleball. He does everything easy. And for the first time, you're seeing that tested and seeing how that has impacted him, and somebody that you are emotionally invested in, how it has become an emotional ball and chain for him the last 3 months. And you feel that. And so I think that is just sort of the emotional connection that Mookie has established with the Dodgers in his time here. And thankful to see him kind of pull himself out of it and sort of let his internal, personal expectations go and just play ball and, as he put it, try to help the boys win.
Dodger broadcaster Steven Nelson joining us here on Trav and DeMarco. Steven, I'm going to ask you a broadcaster question because I'm fascinated by this stuff. You and I were chit-chatting a little bit during the break coming up. When there's a big moment that's going to happen, you don't know when it's going to happen, but you know that it's going to happen. Clayton Kershaw 3,000, Shohei Ohtani 50-50, whatever it may be. It's on the horizon. It's coming. The line of being prepared for it and calling it as it happens. How do you kind of, especially when you're talking about that your natural personality, you want to do the thing, but you also know, and I've heard Vin Scully talk about this is going to be the thing that's associated with this moving forward.
Yeah. So I've actually, you know, because I'm still relatively new to the play-by-play thing. I didn't start doing it consistently until 2022. And so I still feel like I'm learning on the job. And I've learned a lot from Joe. I'm very grateful to have, you know, Joe was a friend before I came to the Dodgers, and now, like, getting to work with him and pick his brain because he is the voice of baseball for a reason. And so I think you can marry being prepared for the moment, but not letting that preparation ruin the moment. And what I mean by that is if you have one of those things that are coming up and you know it's on the horizon, and young broadcasters, you may try to concoct a call because you want to have something that's going to live for all time. But as you script something out, that moment may not play out that way. So if you're constantly thinking about that script that you've written in your mind because that is, you know, going to get you the 9.8 score out of 10, and if you just kind of stick with that script but the play and the moment doesn't match it, then you sound like a fool.
Yeah.
And so I think an example of that from this year was the series in Arizona, and when the Dodgers rallied in the ninth inning, and ultimately Shohei Ohtani hit a 3-run home run in the ninth to complete the comeback and win. I had something else in mind for that moment because I was like, we've said it before, Shohei Ohtani in big moments, he seems inevitable, right?
He does.
And so I had something that I was thinking about, but then off the bat, when I saw Ohtani's reaction, to me, that became the moment. To see him throw the bat and mock Lourdes Gurriel, mimic Lourdes Gurriel the way that he did, I had to highlight that in that moment because that far outweighed anything that I had going in my head. So, again, you can prepare for the moment, but don't let that preparation ruin the moment. That's kind of where I'm at this point.
And there's a lot of moments, and I love when that happens. But have you ever had the opposite happen? Because we all have. Where right before you go on, you just go completely blank.
Are you new to my broadcasting? My brain going blank happens quite often.
Right before we start every day at 9 o'clock, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, red light. Oh, no.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yes. But then, I mean, all this, the magic happens when you just let it in. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Yes.
1,000%. And I think it took me a long time into my career because, I went to Chapman University, which is
Go Panthers.
Skyac country here. Last time I was in Claremont, it was a Chapman football game against Claremont Mud Scripps. But anyways, you're taught, right? You want to learn to be a broadcaster, well, you got to hold your mic here, and you have to talk like this. And if you're going to toss it back to studio, Michelle, back to you for the rest of the newscast. And that's what you do to start your career because you think that that's what the teacher said. And so if I want to have success and be successful, I got to do what I was taught. And then at a certain point, like it hits you, like, wait a second, I don't talk like this ever. If I'm just shooting the breeze with you guys, or if I'm just at home talking with my buddies about the game. So why am I talking about this when I'm breaking down a baseball game? So let's stop that and start being normal. And so,
sometimes it just takes time, too.
Yeah.
It's just do it enough times, and that broadcaster thing tends to fade away, and you tend to come out.
For sure. And so that is the place that I love talking to broadcast students about it. Just get there, and you'll be good.
You are listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Last one before we let you go, Stephen. Appreciate you. You ever had anybody create a work of art?
No, I told Dave Hobrech, I was like, I am sorry that you had to waste your time and artistic creativity on that.
Yeah.
And I also thought I signed a contract where said, if you are going to paint it, I do not want Hershiser in it.
Oh,
yeah, I was going to say.
No, I'm kidding.
It is a duel. It is a duel. No, the first thing, he's made one for DeMarco. He's made one for me, and
he's awesome.
It's incredibly humbling. It really is.
I'm glad it's in black and white too, because the salt and pepper.
Whoa, take it easy. Take it easy.
Some
of us have a little. Pepper thing going on.
Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Stephen Nelson, of course, you can catch him during the Dodger game. Stephen, it's a real pleasure. It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Thank you, everybody.
All right, another member of the Dodger broadcast team, Kirsten Watson, is going to join us coming up next. Right here from Legends Attic in Claremont, 619 West Foothill Boulevard. Coming out and hang out with us. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
DeMarco, you may have noticed that when we come to Legends Attic in Claremont that I am in a particularly good mood because we get to talk a lot about baseball, a lot about Dodger baseball.
That you turned into a kid?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
I love it.
I'm trying to do what Steven just described to us, where be a professional broadcaster while at the same time being yourself. And I'm always excited to talk as much baseball as possible. We're joined right now by Alan Benavides, who is the general manager of the Ontario Professional Baseball Club. Alan, I did not know we were going to talk to you today, but yesterday, as a matter of fact, I saw a video on Instagram of one of your guys calling a fan and telling them that they had won a contest to come and do some batting practice. And I'm like, there's a new baseball team in Ontario. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we're the new team for the Dodgers A team. You know, moving from Rancho, they're going to come to us in Ontario when the stadium opens up next April 26th. Beautiful facility, probably the nicest minor league facility in the nation, regardless of classification. And we did this fun promo with the Dodgers where, you know, we got 4 tickets for tonight's game, and they get to watch BP on the field.
Awesome.
And just did it on social media. And, you know, Daryl Bishop, new season ticket holder, got 4 tickets to go to tonight's game.
Nice. That's fantastic. So give us a little bit of your background. You and I were talking a little bit during the break. You were the general manager of the Eugene Emeralds, which I believe is a single-A team as well.
It's a single-A team for the San Francisco Giants.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, you're back where you belong.
But I'm back home.
Good for you.
I'm born in East L.A., Pico Rivera, La Mirada. But, yeah, lifelong Dodger fan. Super excited to be part of this program. But, yeah, so I've been in baseball 23 years. 15 years of the Emeralds. I started in Lake Elsinore with the Storm. Super stoked to be back home in Southern California with my family and friends.
You know, I don't think I've ever been to a minor league baseball game.
You got to go.
You know
really?
what? We're going to have to remedy this.
Yeah, they keep, like, why? People keep saying I need to go. Why?
So, look, the talent is amazing, right?
Yes.
I mean, you got the best college players, the guys that have been drafted. You know, these guys are trying to make it to the big leagues. But the entertainment and the promotion, the affordableness of the games and being that close to the action is something that you can't really get sometimes unless you're paying big dollars at a big league game. And don't get me wrong, being close at the big league game is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you get to be in that action right now at every game at a minor league baseball game.
So I got 3 people. Let's say 4.
Yeah.
So I got wife, 2 kids.
Under $100.
For the whole night?
Depends on the night.
To get
Depends on the night,
the whole night.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Affordable
for sure.
baseball.
Affordable
I love
baseball. You got the mascot doing all the crazy, silly stuff. You got fun giveaways. You got fun promotions between innings. Fans are getting on the field. You know, it's a blast. It's about entertainment. It's about entertaining everybody, whether you're a baseball lover or whether you just want to hang out with your family and your friends. You want to get away from your iPhone or the TV. Come on, and have a good time at the ballpark.
You got my 10-year-old. That's all she cares about is the mascot.
Alan said it really well. I think the thing that when I think of minor league baseball, that it's fun.
Right.
The baseball is really good. If you
100%.
are a baseball fan, you're going to scratch your baseball itch. You're going to see really
100%.
well played baseball. But it's fun. It's a much more intimate environment. There's stuff happening all around you every inning. There are promotions. There's giveaways. There's games. There's always something fun. It's kind of not exactly, but one of the reasons the Savannah Bananas
I knew it. There it is.
I was waiting for that.
Because it's fun and
right.
it's whimsical, and their minor league baseball has a certain amount of whimsy to it that Major League Baseball sometimes doesn't.
And what the Bananas do is what minor league baseball's been doing forever. They just do it on like steroids.
Yeah.
You know, but like they take it to a next level. But minor league baseball is just as fun, it's just as wacky, and it's affordable. So like we're looking forward to bring that in Ontario. We're going to do that for our families in the Inland Empire and for Dodger fans across the region. I'm really excited to bring this level of entertainment to folks right here in Rancho, Ontario, Corona, i.e.
And
Southern
you guys
California.
start the 2026 season.
Yeah, we open April 2nd of 2026, and we're launching our brand on September 18th at Town Square. We have a bunch of Dodger legends coming.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Dodger legends. We got Eric Gagne coming.
Oh, yeah. Cy Young Award winner.
We got a certain Steve Sachs.
Hey.
Oh,
yeah.
Russell.
Love Sachs.
Jaime Harin.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have them
I'd
coming.
love to meet Gagne. I haven't met Gagne.
You haven't met Gagne? He was great.
He was one of my favorite players ever.
Come in and welcome to the jungle. The place will be going
we got
bananas.
we got the whole walk-up thing. We got that going. It's going to be amazing.
Game over Gagne.
So nuts and bolts of it. How long do players stay in A-ball? How long do they stay with you?
Gosh, really depends on the quality, right? I mean, guys can move. I would say from A-ball, you're probably looking at maybe, a year, probably maybe a year and a half. Some guys move up quicker. I would say guys are going to make it to the big. People always go, how long does it take for them to get to the big leagues? It all depends on talent. But I would say on average, 3 years.
Yeah. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
More, sometimes less, sometimes quicker.
So I can grow attached to a guy in town. I mean, like if I'm a kid, this could be my favorite player.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
What I always found interesting about it too, when I was like in second, third grade, I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and there's long before the Diamondbacks.
Right.
The only team in town, baseball team, were the Phoenix Giants, who were the AAA team of the Giants at the time. And you would go, and I was a Dodger fan, like listen, because the Dodgers had the radio market in Phoenix, and Steve Garvey, Davey Lopes, and all those guys. But you would go to these Giant games, and you would see these guys, and you're like, oh, I don't know who these guys are. And then a couple of years later, you would hear the same names in the big leagues playing against the Giants. Like, Chili Davis? Is that the same Chili Davis that I saw? And the same thing, if you go to one of these games, you're almost guaranteed to see a future big leaguer.
Well, I mean, look, you guys are going to have a future – you guys are going to have a former Rancho Cucamonga Quake star on here in just a little bit, right? Mr. Will Smith? Rancho, right?
Wow.
Yep.
And so, like, I mean, these guys come up, and these are the guys that you root for
100%.
Getting there, and you get to say, I saw him at A-ball in California, in Ontario, whatever it is, right? And that's what's fun, I think.
Can I say I know you and get a free hot dog? No?
You can get more than that, man.
Hey, now we're talking. Now we're negotiating. Yeah. Alan Benavides is the general manager of the Ontario Professional Baseball Club. They will be debuting next season, new ballpark in Ontario.
Yep, and brand launch, September 18th, Town Square. Come check out the new team, new uniforms, and our mascot.
Alan, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for checking
guys.
in.
Thank
Good
you.
Stuff, man. Thank you. All right. Another member of the Dodger broadcast team, Kirsten Watson, joins us right here from Legends Attic. Coming up next, Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th Annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda, benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Summer is flying by. Don't waste it running on empty. Whether you're beach bound, working out, or just need to pick me up, Pro Bottler Energy delivers clean, crash-free energy packed with essential vitamins. No junk, and is NSF Sports certified. Just focus and fuel for your day. Fuel your summer with Pro Bottler Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. Grab all 5 flavors now on Amazon with free shipping for Prime members.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Hey, football fans, ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes at your favorite NFL studios, where the biggest stories, highlights, and game day coverage are created? Now's your chance to find out with the NFL Experience, part of the SoFi Stadium Tour. Go inside the NFL's West Coast headquarters and get a rare look at the heart of football media. Plus, get exclusive access to SoFi Stadium and explore premium spaces. Walk through the team locker rooms, check out the press areas, and even head down to the field where the pros play. Available on select days. Book your tour now at SoFiStadium.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-498-6548. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-498-6548. That's 800-498-6548. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up.
Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Continuing right now from Legends Attic in Claremont, our friend Orel Hershiser is joining us again. So pretty good day today, Orel.
Yes.
We got to speak with Steven. I know that Kirsten is coming up here in just a little bit. You're here for your second stint. You're ready to slide in at any moment.
Whatever you need. With you guys being out here, it's an honor to have you, and I know you guys enjoy seeing all the memorabilia and the cards and all the stuff and the excitement of the people. This is probably going to end up being our biggest crowd with Will, and you guys will have Will Smith on later. Will is now in a private signing for a deal that he did, and I was over there visiting with him, and it was a lot of fun because it reminded me of, for like one time in my career here since I retired, I didn't sign anything for like 5 years.
Really?
You know, I'd sign at the ballpark if I saw somebody or this or that, but I didn't do any private signings or any public signings or anything. And so I signed with this guy to do this private signing, which was going to stock all the different stores like Legends Attic around the nation. And I'm like, okay, I'll probably take 3-4 hours. So I walk into this warehouse thinking, oh, it's just going to be this little section. You know, they're going to have it sectioned off. It was like the whole warehouse.
Oh my goodness!
It took me like 2 days.
Oh my God!
It 6 hours a day,
like balls, hats,
hats, World Series trophies, everything, and the authenticators there the whole time. So they're watching you sign, they're taking pictures. If you on a World Series trophy or a bobblehead, if you do it poorly and you don't like it or they don't like it, they can take like alcohol and they can wipe it off and you can do it again.
Oh wow!
So and I'm pretty meticulous on my signature. I need you to see 90% of the letters.
Sure.
You know, there are times when you're signing, depending on the object, that letters kind of run together, or your hand just, your brain just doesn't make that letter.
10,000 of them.
Or I try. Like, I want to sign
my
name.
Yeah, somebody's going to pay for an autograph or ask you and honor you with asking you for an autograph. You want it to be legible.
But at the end of a 90-minute session, I mean, sometimes that's all I can
little.
do. Right, just big D squiggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One year, things got a little hectic in my life, and I decided I'm only going to sign my first name. And I just started signing Orel along the line at Dodger Stadium as you go out to do your running, or you go out and you want to greet the fans and say hi. And Tommy always was big, like, do never walk by a group of fans or they're yelling your name and not at least go over and sign a few. So I started signing Orel because I could do it so quick, and I could hit like 30 people and not instead of signing 10 and disappointing 20.
Right, there you go.
I'm
saving your hand.
But people started saying, can you give me your whole name?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like, this isn't going to last very long.
The good news is there's not a ton of Orels out there. At least you know what you got.
Thanks a lot.
I'm just saying.
This is true.
I am Orel Leonard Hershiser the fourth.
The fourth. Yes, I found that out
But
today.
the whole history of the name, and I'm not saying this to brag. It's a city in Russia now, but it's Orel, and there's a umlaut over the E. And I found out about my name from Martina Navratilova.
Oh.
So we're shooting this Puma commercial, and we are sitting on a bench eating a Quiznos sub at the break time. And Martina Navratilova, who, for those in the audience that are too young to know who she is, she's a Hall of Fame tennis player, won all the Grand Slams. She's absolutely amazing. But she's sitting next to me in her accent she's from Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
Kirsten's coming up, and Kirsten talks way better than me, so it's going to be amazing. So I'll finish this story, and we'll bring her in.
Yeah.
So she goes, Orel, do you know what your name means in Slavic? And I'm like, oh, my gosh, I got a champion tennis player, woman, left-handed, okay. It means eagle.
Oh.
And I'm like, I wish I'd have known that when I was 8 to 10 years old when I got teased.
Tell me the eagle.
Right. And nobody is named Orel because in this city, the king named his child whatever he wanted, and no one in the city was allowed to name the child the the same as the king's kids.
Oh, wow.
So that when you met an Orel, you knew it was royalty. If you met a Susan, you knew it was royalty. Nobody in the city could name the kids like that.
That's a great story.
That's why there's not many Orels in the world.
At least 4.
At least 4.
So I told you about Steven Nelson. I want to tell you a little bit about this young lady who's about to come on. She's been on your show before.
Yes.
She's an absolute marvel. She is ridiculously talented, and she got thrown into her Dodger job when she accepted it during COVID. She can't talk to players face-to-face. She had to do it by video. She went through a ringer. And she had a few people that encouraged her, especially our producer, Mike Levy, and others. Lon Rosen was the one that hired her, did an amazing job recognizing her talent. But she was thrown into something that was really, you should fail. And now she's probably one of the best.
Kicking butt.
One of the best in the business ever. And
Indeed.
I'll let you introduce her.
Indeed. Well, I can't do much better than that, Orel. That's about as good as you could hope for. A face that is familiar to Dodger fans, to Rams fans, who, of course, see her in SoFi Stadium as well. Kirsten Watson joining us here on Traveling to Market. It's good to see you again, Kirsten.
Hi, guys. Long time no see.
Right?
You follow that intro.
I've kind of missed you all.
We did.
Yeah,
miss you,
well,
yes.
it's great to have you back. I got to say.
you.
I got to
Thank
say.
you.
Let's start with what he just said. When you got the job, we talked with Steven a few minutes ago, and he's like, "Oh boy, here we go." What about for you?
Yeah. When I got this job, I will say I was so excited because I had been working for the NFL, for the league, and I was on the international side, and at the same time, so we're doing the London games, we're planning for a future Germany game, the game that's in Mexico City, and at the same time I was covering the Lakers for Spectrum. So, I'm in my era where I got this. I'm grinding. I'm doing all these different jobs. I'd wake up. I'd go to the NFL office. Then I would leave to go to Spectrum, to go into hair and makeup. Then I'd go to the Lakers facilities if I'm doing South Bay that night, or I'm going to Staples Center to cover the Lakers. And it was just go, go, go. And all of that was happening. And then, of course, COVID came, which impacted a lot of people's careers, mine including. I had job security with the NFL, but Spectrum was adamant that they wanted to find ways to keep me involved. So I get this call randomly. I'm literally going to Tampa to work the Super Bowl. That's when we had all the paper cutouts, all the things, yes. Right. And it's my boss from Spectrum, and his name is AJ Ponsiglione, and he is just like, so listen, there's been a change on the Dodgers broadcast, and our previous reporter, Alana Rizzo, so talented, she has decided that it's time to move on, with her life and her family, and therefore we know what you've been doing on the Lakers side. We know that you've been kind of planning to go on that track. But that's not going to be the case anymore. It's not up to us. It's up to the Dodgers, but we are putting your name forward, and we would like you to be their next team reporter. And I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, okay, that's amazing, but I know 3 strikes you're out, and you hit a home run, and I know base level baseball, but I didn't necessarily know the lingo, just the in and outs.
And baseball fans can be really tough when they feel like the person that's talking about it
doesn't know it,
embedded in it.
Yeah.
And I've never gotten that sense from watching you that you did not live and breathe baseball your whole life.
I did not, and so I think I had trained, because volleyball and actually baseball are very similar training-wise, so I had trained with a lot of baseball players growing up, so I knew just that side of it and kind of the mental grind of it, but I didn't know the unspoken words, the things in the clubhouse, things like that. So it was a very big transition, as Orel was saying. Of course, it was at a time in which they loved my personality, they loved what I was doing, and they loved how I could relate to the guys in a different way and bring a different personality out of them. But then I couldn't even do that because I couldn't really get to know the guys.
Try that through Zoom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's Zoom where there's a delay or there's there's a lot of different things going on. So I'm very grateful. As Orel was saying, my producer, Mike Levy, was adamant. She has to go on the road. I know none of us are allowed to travel, but she has to go. She has to build these relationships. That's the only way she's going to get the trust from the players. That's the only way. Because also, I don't know if they would admit it, but I was kind of I think they're testing me. I think they're trying to see, is she in this grind actually with us? And I think once I got through my first year, go back the next year, spring training, they're seeing 162 regular season games is not an easy feat.
No.
That is truly a marathon, not a sprint. And I think them seeing oh, she's showing up. every single day with us. She's trying to learn. She's asking questions. She's being respectful in the sense of, I give them their space. I see, I'm trying to meet them at what they're giving me.
Mm-hmm.
And so over time, it just, again, I had so much support that first year. And it definitely got to a point where I was kind of like, I either need to like pull myself up by my bootstraps or I'm gonna be out of job. And I also had just gotten this new apartment, and I was like, so I actually can afford not to have a job. That's how my household works. They were like, you're in or you're out.
Yep.
And so it was go time. And honestly, I'm so grateful for that challenge that first year, for those failures, for the success, for all of it, because it gave me a new appreciation for this sport, for the space that I'm at, how lucky I am to get to cover the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it opened up new doors for me. It pushed me in a whole new way, and I've grown so much from that. Honestly, those first 2 years.
I bet the players were cool. Like when you don't know the lingo, they kind of pick up on that. But I bet they were cool. They give you a hard time.
I think they appreciated because I wasn't trying to act like I know something you don't know.
Right.
I actually don't know what you just did, so why don't you explain it to me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you made that decision with no judgment? And I think that's the biggest thing, because obviously when you do have a lot of people who are, sometimes when they ask a question and it's with the tone of, I know you did it wrong, or I know that
there was a mistake.
There was a mistake made. Exactly. Yeah. But for me, I think I was going into it more of, from like being an athlete, I can recognize you made that decision for a reason. So why don't you just explain to me why you made that decision and what was working, what you saw? Obviously, if things didn't work, it happens. Like, look, this is truly a game of failure. So you are going to fail more times than 7 times out of 10, if you're batting 300. So I think when you look at it that way, it humanizes all of it.
It does. John Kruk was the guy that really grabbed me by the neck and said, do you understand that we play every day?
Yeah.
For 7 months.
Even when he said it, it didn't compute. And then, you play every day, and then no matter what happens, you got to answer questions.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what.
One of my favorite baseball, just random little stat things, is from the beginning of the regular season to the end of the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
There's 19 days off. 19.
See that stuff.
The whole run. It's just packed along the way. I asked Stephen this. I'll ask you the same question.
Yes.
The Padres series that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Best time for this series to happen, or the worst time, considering that they are banged up, considering they're not playing particularly well?
Okay, I see both sides to that. I would say yes. It is not. It's the worst time considering the state of the injuries.
Yeah.
Hopefully Max Muncy will be okay. We know that he was scratched from the lineup yesterday and will undergo some testing today. Hopefully he'll be back out there. He's obviously been huge to the lineup. Tommy Edman, we're without. You, of course, want to see him out there. The bullpen, all of the high leverage arms, the key names, the acquisitions from this offseason, the trade deadline, those are guys you'd want to see available. Yes, you want to go, 100% versus 100%, but it's not going to be the case. I do think, though, it's best case in regard to they have now lost 4 straight. As much as there have been games in where it's not been the prettiest of sights, I do think even when you look at yesterday, there were some positives that we can take away. It's just time for an energy jolt.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a team like the Padres who are going to bring it every single, it's like this is going to be the World Series.
Especially the energy, right?
Yeah,
just
they bring it.
That little
yes, it's going to be gritty. It's going to be intense. And I think, I think because we've got the off day today to have a mental reset, a physical reset.
Yep.
Now the bullpen's going to be back in order and online and things like that. So I think when you have, I think it's the best timing.
I do too. I agree.
And they're looking up now in the standings. It's another reason to fight for. It's a different energy. It's a different grind than I think we're going to see tomorrow.
You've been in an NFL locker room, so you know how this goes, especially with the Rams. Okay, so Jalen Ramsey's here, and the Rams weren't doing good. Jalen Ramsey's going up the tunnel, and he's doing what Jalen Ramsey does. He's emoting.
Yeah.
And no one could tell him to shut up except for one guy, and it was Aaron. Shut the blank up. Stopped. Or if there's another situation where the team comes in and they're a little discombobulated. Matthew Stafford, same thing. Boys, we got this.
Yeah.
We're going to figure this out. We're going to rock this thing out. We're going to win this game. Let's go. Is there anyone in the clubhouse that fits that mold for the Dodgers? Right now? Outside of Doc, outside of upper management, anybody in that clubhouse, hey, dude, it's either going to be okay or shut the blank up.
Yeah. So I think in baseball it's different because you're going to have it on the position player side, the guys who are on the field every single day. I do think Kike Hernandez is that guy. He brings a different kind of fire. Clayton Kershaw. Now, this is where we get lucky. So Clayton Kershaw's on the mound tomorrow, and I think he brings that fire. Like, he has the, and also because he's a future Hall of Famer, because of just, obviously, the back of his baseball card, what he's done. Not that the guys don't play up for any, obviously, they all want to win, but I think there's a different energy playing behind him and what he's going to bring. So we're very lucky, actually, that I think that's a key point.
Yeah.
Oh, you were locked in?
Yeah. No, that fits.
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah. I'm with you.
But on the position player side, I'd kind of say, I think it's vocally, it'd be like a Kike. He is hurt right now, but he will be in the dugout tomorrow. He'll be with the team since he'll be back at home. I think style of play, you're going to see it from Shohei. He brings that just kind of the aura, there's just a different energy, and he makes things happen. It's not a super vocal team, but I do think you're going to be seeing things that will be a little different.
Yeah,
I think you need it.
It's coming at the right time. I really do feel like this is. I don't want to jinx it. I do believe in the baseball gods.
Yeah,
and
same.
You do not want to tell them what they're going to do.
No, we're praying.
But
we're
it
praying.
does feel like they are at the bottom of the valley.
Yeah.
This is one of these. Mookie has finally started to come out. Shohei is, just like you mentioned, on a different plane altogether. But the Kershaw part of it all, I think, is incredibly important.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe this when I saw this morning. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has thrown the most innings for the Dodgers this season. Dustin May is number 2, who just was traded to the Red Sox.
Yep.
That Clayton Kershaw has thrown the 3rd most innings for this team this year. Kirsten, how big of a surprise is that for you? I am stunned that he is 3rd in innings pitched on this team.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we didn't really know what we were going to get this year. And I also think when you've got Blake Snell, you've got Tyler Glass now, you had all of these names. And unfortunately, the injury bug came. And it does seem to be a good friend of the Dodgers. I don't love to say that, but I don't think any of us could have thought that. And also just how the stuff has been playing. Like, he's been excellent.
Not only been available, he's been good and available. It's been remarkable. Kirsten, it is great to see you all over again. I hope we get to do it again before too long. We love watching you. Thank you so much. Kirsten Watson, everybody.
Yay.
All right, Will Smith is coming up in just a little bit, so we'll talk with the Dodger catcher in just a couple of moments right here on Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my friend Joseph S. Normand in the law office of Joseph S. Normand. When I was involved in a car accident, I called Joe. When my son was involved in a car accident, we called Joe. So that should tell you what I think about Joe and his level of expertise and the way that he treated me and my family like his very own. That this is what Joe does. He makes sure that you get what you are entitled to, not just what the insurance company is offering up. So if you are involved in an accident, make sure that you have somebody on your side that understands how it works. Do not navigate the legal system by yourself. You want to call the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. You can go online at normandlegal.com. The insurance company, they're going to get to you quick. You need to be prepared. If you are hurt in an accident, call Joe. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
Saturday, the black and gold keep the road stretch rolling after the electric debut of their new global superstar.
Son Heung-min will come in, the number 7 for LAFC for his first ever appearance for the black and gold.
LAFC invades New England for a battle with the Revolution. Pre-game coverage starts Saturday at 4 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Oh, the front flip from Giddy as he celebrates with Son Heung-min.
The new home of Sonny and the black and gold is ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams fans, the 2025 Rams regular season is right around the corner. Don't miss any regular season home games this year with marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $97 per game. In addition, get home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Have you been impacted by the Southern California wildfires, like Eaton and Palisades or other related fires this year? You're not alone, and you don't have to recover alone. Join us for the Ashes to Answers, a wildfire expert panel event, August 21st and 23rd at the Westin Pasadena. The event is free and hosted by the Rise Relief Project. We support those impacted by the wildfires with supplies, resources, and emotional care. Get real answers about insurance claim recovery, rebuilding your home and your real estate options. Learn how to speed up your recovery and find out if you qualify for a wildfire class action lawsuit. Our team of experts, legal advisors, and community partners will be there, offering resources, support, and critical aid. In times of crisis, you need more than hope. You need help you can count on. Rise California. Relief, intervention, support, empowerment. Call 800-484-RISE or log on to risereliefproject.com to RSVP. Register now and receive a free gift at check-in to the event, August 21st or 23rd. 800-484-RISE.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum at SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Mace here. These days it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, and screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Legends Attic in Claremont is where the Trav and DeMarco show is today. A Dodger all-star catcher, multiple-time all-star catcher, multiple-time World Series winner Will Smith will join us here in just a little bit. We're talking with our pal Orel Hershiser.
You had 949 plate appearances as a hitter?
Maybe, yeah.
That's
I've
what it
had
says
it
here.
nice, but when you throw a complete game, you get up like 3 or 4 times.
Okay. And you got 3 triples.
And how many bags?
Actually, it says
how many
2
stolen
triples.
bases?
How many steals do you have?
Let me see.
I had like 1 a year for until I turned 35.
I don't see stolen bases. Okay, I did not know. Okay, I wanted to see how many times you actually.
Did you hit 360 something one year?
356.
356. Okay.
Okay,
that's pretty good.
Could you have? You grew up pitching and swinging the bat, right? If they let you, do you think if they let you?
Yeah, I would blow Ohtani out of the water.
Uh-huh. No, not that. No one's
have
blowing
the opportunity.
Could you have at least done it?
No, I think I think guys I played with, I think Darren Dreifert could have been an everyday player in the outfield. I think Fernando might have had a chance to be an everyday player. If I was an everyday player, I would have been a second baseman and a singles type of hitter or a utility guy like a Mickey Hatcher.
Yeah. NBU
and that's what I did. In high school, our team was struggling, and I thought I could hit better than a few of the guys in our lineup, but they only said you can play one position back then in FA. And I went to our coach in a meeting, and I just said, if you ever wanted to let me play, I think I can play second base. It'll rest my arm still. Their throws aren't hard. And I'd love to hit near the top of the order to get us going, and I promise I'll work on, getting on base and all that. And, I got to play second base when I wasn't pitching. But I was one of the few guys on our team that could do.
How were you on the pivot?
Not bad. I'm pretty athletic. You can pull up some of the highlights.
You just said you hit 356. I
know I don't look athletic anymore, but I'm pretty athletic.
356 in the major leagues, that's not so bad at all.
My whole theory on hitting was make contact, don't strike out, get your bunts down, and then put the ball in play. And if it falls in 2 out of 10 times or 2 out of 9 times, and you get all your sacrifices down, which don't count as an AB,
right?
All of a sudden, you're going to hit pretty good.
Yeah.
And so, I probably hit from 175 up to 356, but it's just, when the ball fell in and when I got all my bunts down.
We were just talking with Kirsten a second ago, and I asked her how surprised she was that Clayton Kershaw is third on this team in innings pitched so far this season.
Oh, my.
And I don't think, that was the reaction that I had.
Yeah.
I was looking at your baseball reference page this morning. It kind of got me thinking. Do you know how many times you threw more than 190 innings in a season?
Wow.
Because nobody's going to make that this season on the Dodgers. Nobody. And
Right.
Yamamoto, maybe, but probably not.
I had more complete games in 88 than they'll probably have over 5 years.
Yep.
The whole staff.
Yep.
Not a guy.
You had 11 seasons where you threw over 190.
But I want this to be in the right context. We were trained to do that and asked to do that. They are not trained to do that, and they are not asked to do that.
I get that. Well, I was listening to John Smoltz talk about this, and he was talking about that somebody's going to zag. Somebody that we're seeing with the amount of injuries that we're seeing, not just with the Dodgers, but across baseball, with guys that are really highly paid, that are unavailable at a rate that is this, air quote, worth it? Will somebody try to go back and ask what you were asked to do? Make 30-plus starts a year. Throw 200 innings a year. Complete 5, 6, 8, 10 games a year.
Right.
Will that pendulum swing back, or is this just where we're going to sit?
I think it'll slowly swing back. I don't know if it'll swing back all the way. I think when you talk about statistics, and that is the backdrop, that is not the have-all to end-all. As the statistics become more of a tool, not the have-all to end-all, and I don't think the Dodgers are run that way. I think they've already swung the pendulum back. Because you're talking about different roster sizes, and we've done this on other shows. In our day, there were 5 relievers, right? You had a closer, 2 setup guys, maybe a long guy, and maybe a guy that was tired, that couldn't be in there. Now you got 8 guys in the pen. So I think what's going to happen is when the stats and the risk-reward of I can't have my starter only go 5. I've got to have them starting to be able to get out of their second jam, even though it's third time around in the order. And I'm going to weigh that against I'm hurting some other guys because I'm asking for 100% all the time. Maybe I can ask my guys for 85 to 90% and they stay healthy longer. And all of a sudden, the quotient and all the different categories that come into these pitching decisions, I think they're going to start bending another way.
Well, that would be refreshing. It would be a different way to see it too.
It's refreshing for your age group.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not refreshing for the younger generation that's growing up with this.
Yeah.
It is the baseball they know.
Yes.
But for anybody who's 45 and older, they're like, why don't they go longer?
Yeah.
They're not asked to.
No,
but they could. They could.
It is a different ask for sure. All right.
I'm getting
the
up.
man of the hour, Will Smith, is joining us right now. Will, go ahead and pop that headset on right here. We're talking about a 3-time All-Star. We are talking about a 2-time World Series champion, somebody currently leading the National League in batting. Will, first of all, thank you for coming out, spending a little time with us. How you feeling this morning?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have you. Obviously, things in the Dodger universe are not very Dodgery right now. And one of the things that we've talked so much about is, baseball players never too high, never too low, kind of sit in the middle, and the good stuff will come and go, the bad stuff will come and go. How hard is it when it's been mostly not good stuff over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's not been a fun few weeks.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Not up to our par. But that's baseball. It's a hard game. I think for us it makes the wins more enjoyable. Going through these tough times, coming out of it. We still got a month and a half of regular season left, and then a postseason push. So, we're just focused on getting a little better, getting back to playing good baseball, and everything should take care of itself.
I've been asking questions and I've been getting unsolicited advice about what to ask you. And I guess what people want to say is they keep saying how even-keeled you are. Like you never get too high, too low. And they said it may be because you're a great golfer. Is that why you're so even-keeled, or where's that come from?
What sort of index are we talking about here?
I'm close to scratch.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's golf. It's just kind of who I am. I think being a catcher, you gotta have that demeanor for the pitchers. You can't get too high, can't get too low. You got to be, a steady force back there. So, I try to do that a little bit. I definitely let the emotions go a little more in big games and stuff like that. But just trying to be a presence back there for the pitchers.
But do you get upset sometimes? I mean, you're a pro at not showing it, but I'm sure you're an athlete. You got to be frustrated sometime.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely get frustrated, mad. It's just getting past it as fast as I can, which I feel like I do a pretty good job of.
Will Smith, Dodger catcher, joining us here on Trav and DeMarco. I'll go back to the last time you guys played the Padres, and it got chippy. And, guys, it's an emotional game, and guys happen. And I remember listening and seeing you talk in the post-game interview, and you were kind of like, yeah, okay. We're going to see him again. And they're here again. And the circumstances are different than they were the last time. They're a game ahead of you, as long as we sit here right now. Does it have a little more juice, or is it more like, yeah, okay, this is the next three, and then we'll go play the Rockies, and then we'll play them again?
Yeah. I mean, they're playing really good baseball right now. It's gonna be a fun weekend. It's gonna be tough games to win, but it's gonna be tough for them to beat us too. So, yeah, we're gonna go into it. It's gonna be emotional. I know the fans love it. It's be at Dodger Stadium. It's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be a great environment. It'll be fun games. So hopefully play good baseball.
How do you guys keep your head when all about you are losing theirs? I mean, it's great. What I'm saying? It's weird, right? I mean, baseball players they stay centered. You got to play every single day. But I mean, us on the outside, we live and die with this. So how do you guys keep so even keeled when you're in the middle of it?
We just keep trying to help each other out. Keep trying to pull for each other. Keep trying to, just speak good things. Have a positive vibe around the clubhouse. So that's where we're at. We're not down in the dumps or anything like that. We still know we're a really good baseball team. We still know we can win a world championship this year, and that's the goal.
If you need somebody to bash a Gatorade, I can come down there. Just
you
got
one-day
contract. Yeah,
we've got a few guys that can do it.
Who's the leading candidate? If you had to place a bet on who the guy to tear up a Gatorade cooler, who would it be?
Dalton Rushing for sure.
Oh, okay, okay, great. I like that. The new guy's coming in and knocking it around.
Yep.
How much has he helped you just being able to get off your feet, maybe a little bit more than you have in previous seasons?
Yeah, he's been good. He's a rookie coming in. He's been swinging the bat lately. The last couple of days he's been a little better. So, he's been really good behind the plate. He's been blocking the ball, throwing the ball well. It's been good. I've known him for a while, so it's cool to see.
Well, I don't know if you caught me. Look, I've been looking at your left knee a little bit today because watching the game last night, I think it was in the 8th inning, where Logan O'Hoppe fouls a 103-mile-an-hour pitch right off of your left knee, and it took you, 4 seconds to kind of shake it off and get right back in there. How much do you want to just start jumping around and screaming like, man, what am I doing back here?
I know, right? I took a few off the face last night too, but luckily I remember them.
Yeah, right.
But the knee, that one didn't hurt too bad. It hit the pad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's more the ones that just kind of graze you, miss the padding, and that don't look too bad. Those are the ones that sting.
I did see that O'Hoppe, who obviously is the catcher for the Angels, kind of gave you a "dude, I get it" moment.
Oh yeah.
Like he kind of looked at you like, "Dude, I've had that one too."
Yeah. We know exactly what we're both going through in that situation.
What is the professional courtesy as far as giving the sometimes it's the umpire, sometimes the umpire will do it for you. Just that. Let me know when you're ready to go. I'll find something else to do until.
Yeah, exactly. There's just a little extra time. The umpire will brush the plate or batter will step out. So make sure we're all good.
Now, you're his teammate, but do you sometimes catching yourself just looking at Shohei like you can't be real? Like there's Shohei at the plate, and then there's the one you have to catch, and they're the same guy, but they're completely different. Do you ever catch yourself saying, wow, how do you do this?
It's daily almost. It's incredible. You hit the ball, and it's like, oh, my God, I didn't know someone could hit a ball that far. and you've seen him do that before, but like you think that one went a little bit farther. And then he's dotting 101 on the corner to Mike Trout last night. It's incredible what he does.
Like, how do you reconcile that, what you just saw?
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank God he's on our side?
Yeah, you're glad he's on your side, but you're a little jealous at the same point because you want to do that.
You want to be able to do that, yeah. I bet that's
it's
hard.
a little unfair.
It's a ginormous shadow to have a dude like that on your team, right? I mean, Superman basically plays with you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's cool. It's great. He's a great dude, though, so it's good to have him around.
But how do you keep in your box? Like, this is what I want to do. This is my greatness. This is what I'm focusing on when you have that batting before you.
Yeah, it's I know what my job is. You got to know your role. You got to know what you're trying to do. You try to stick my approach, put a good at bat together, get on base, let the guys behind me drive me in.
DeMarco and I have talked about this, Will. We're talking with Dodger catcher Will Smith. That, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm going to take a leap of faith here that when you were in Little League and high school and college, you, if not the best player on your team, very close to the best player on these teams. Obviously, you're a high round draft pick. You make the big leagues quickly. You've had a ton of success. But I'm guessing because you were probably that guy in Little League and high school, did you pitch at some point in your baseball life?
Yeah, I pitched through high school.
Okay, so you ended at high school, go to Louisville, and you're not pitching at Louisville, right? Okay. If we've talked about this, DeMarco, this idea of at some point the differentiation happens, that I'm good, I can pitch, I can play short, I can catch, I can play center field, I can do all these things. It never really happened for him. If more people were allowed to just come to college and say, yeah, keep doing your thing. You pitch well in high school. Not that there'd be another one of those, but would there be more guys that could survive at the big league level doing both?
I think college for sure. Some guys could, just because you're playing less games. The big leagues is tough. I get to see how much it wears him down.
Yeah.
He's in incredible shape and all that, and he can handle it. But it definitely wears you down. Pitching, going to hit, running the bases. Getting your bullpens in, making sure you're hitting BP every day. Like it's a lot. It's a lot just being a hitter, just being a pitcher. So trying to do both.
Well, and you too, as a catcher, I think you have more on your plate than maybe some other guys might, because you got to get ready for the opposing lineup. You got to know every pitcher on your own team, what they like to throw, the sequencing that they want to throw it. We're going to throw this sequence to this guys. That's a lot, but you don't have to throw the pitch. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just the amount of intricacy and complications that go along with trying to do both of those things. It's really hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, it really is. It's incredible what he's doing.
I heard this came straight from Orel, that you were not drafted in high school and then turned out to be the number one pick out of college, or something like that, or drafted.
I was first rounder.
First round pick. Like, you don't see that often. Like, you not being drafted in high school and then after college being a first rounder. That's
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you got for that? I mean, that was the crescendo question.
The Dodgers picked
He said that proves what type of guy you are. like how tough you are. Like, you're willing to grind for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you don't see stories like that. Have you heard stories like that before?
Help
me out, Travis.
What's weird, not that it's a common story. I had a teammate that did that. I had a teammate that was my high school teammate that was not drafted out of high school. He goes to SC and he's a first rounder 3 years later. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's very, very rare, but you got to put in a ton of work.
Mm-hmm. So not being drafted in high school, do you remember that? Were you motivated by it? Like, did you change yourself in college? Like, what happened after that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. High school, I had chances of being drafted, but I basically told him no because it wasn't going to be enough money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to go to college. I grew up, education was super important to my family, so college is kind of where I was going. I didn't really think much about it unless I was going to be a first rounder out of high school, which wasn't going to happen. So, yeah, I was able to go to U of L. Got a great opportunity there. I was able to play, freshman year through junior year. Got a lot better. And, yeah, really worked hard. Played with some good teammates. Had some really good, teams. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I would never trade my college existence.
No, I had a good time,
so much
too. It was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a great deal. I think I know what you're going to say, Will, that the team is the number one priority, that winning another World Series would be your third World Series is the number one priority, and I certainly understand that. But what would it mean to you to win a batting title? Because right now you are on top of the National League. Your teammate Freddie Freeman is third. You got Xavier Edwards from the Marlins sandwiched between the two of you guys. What would it mean to put that as a career accomplishment?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Obviously, it's a full season of not slumping and hitting really well. So, yeah, that'd be really cool. Definitely kind of on the back burner of my mind right now, I guess. But, yeah, we're just trying to get back to playing good baseball. Win the division first. That's the first goal. And then, win a World Series.
I'm an old man, and I remember that hitting 300 was a big deal, right? That you wanted to, if you were above that 300 line, it means you had a really great season. Obviously, the game is played a little differently now. The approach of hitters is a little different. What does it mean to you, that 300 number? Is it a significant one to you?
Yeah, I think, it is. I'm not really goal-oriented when it comes to stats and all that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you want as many hits as you can get throughout the year. So, the higher the number, the better.
I'm just geeked for the next series. I'm sorry. I'm already looking ahead. I know. We get fired up about this stuff. It's the Padres. It is what it is. They've been behind you. Now they're in front of you. How do you go out and get that back against? I mean, aren't you happy to see them next, so to speak?
Yeah. It should be a fun weekend. We got to play good baseball. It's a good team, good test. Hopefully it gets us going in the right direction.
I think it should. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. How do your knees feel?
Great.
Really?
Yeah, I feel good right now.
I bet your knees are desensitized because you're always packed in ice, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I know about the knees. That's got to be cool having a kid that can give you a couple of days off at least, right? Get off your feet.
Yeah, for sure. Dalton's been great, so it's been really cool to see him kind of transition to the big leagues.
It's got to suck for him to be behind you, though.
Yeah, a little blocked at the moment.
I mean, a little bit, right?
Not as many ABs as he's probably used to. Maybe that's why he's ready to tear up a water cooler.
There you go.
Maybe he's
that's the guy. Yeah.
A little frustrated along the way. Watching Engardo Henriquez last night, he hit 103, I think 3 times.
Oh, geez.
On the receiving of that, I understand trying to hit it. It seems like witchcraft at that point. But there was one that was in the dirt that you kind of short hopped on the backhand. Mm-hmm. How difficult is it to deal with somebody that's throwing that hard and maybe isn't able to locate like Greg Maddux?
Yeah, it's not that hard, honestly.
Really?
For me, I mean, I'm catching guys throwing 97, 98 every day.
It's not that big of a difference.
So another 4 or 5 miles an hour, 5, 6 miles an hour is kind of what it is. It's fast. You got to react to it. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it a lot easier than trying to hit it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just because I know it's coming at least.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on a slider or something.
I just, when the one of, I've been desensitized to 98, 99, as crazy as that sounds, but all of a sudden the 100's like, okay, and then, like you mentioned, Ohtani hits 101 to get Mike Trout looking, and then Henriquez comes in, there's just 102, 102, 103, 103. It's like, I just, where is the ceiling on this? How much more further out are we going to push this?
I don't know. We talk about it all the time because, 10 years ago it was 100, 101 maybe. I don't know how hard guys are going to go. I don't know what the body can do.
Have you faced Mason Miller or Chapman or one of those guys that's 04, 05?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets on you for sure.
I bet it does.
Yeah, I would imagine it's on you before. Is it just hunting fastballs and just trying to be on time? Is there anything else you can do as far as approach goes?
Not much. You got to be load early, swing early. Hopefully makes mistakes. So
yeah.
When do you know when you have one? When do you know? Like when you
last night
lean into one?
Yeah.
When do you know you have that? Yeah.
You just the feeling of it. I don't know. Just you see it. You just know for sure. It just feels good off the bat. There's not much to it. You feel
like when you hit, you don't even have to look. You know by the sound and how it felt, this thing's going out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's proper etiquette after you do that?
I don't know. Some guys bat flip and stuff. I just kind of put my head down and run and. Yeah.
I mean, why not bat flip sometimes, though?
I have in the past, for sure. Some bigger moments and stuff, yeah.
I was going to say, what brings a bat flip out of you? It has to be the moment, or could it be the guy?
Yeah, big moment, playoffs, or just depends. I don't know.
Padres series coming up?
Yeah, maybe. That'd be a pretty good time for one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Dodger catcher Will Smith joining us here on KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. And Will,
there we go.
Listening to you, and you're obviously a very, buttoned up, serious guy, been in the big leagues a long time now. You also have a comedy night that you did recently at the Lido, Em, is that what it was?
It's the Largo.
Largo, excuse me, the Largo. She's a regular at the Largo. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Like, a lot of ball players, a lot of athletes will have an endeavor that they do to raise money for something that they care about. Why stand-up comedy? Why was that the thing you chose?
Yeah, it was presented to us.
Okay.
My wife and I knew nothing about comedy. I've done it 2 years now, and it's a great night every time. Teammates love it. My wife and I really enjoy it. We love being the comedians and stuff.
Do you get up there and do a set?
Yeah, I don't do a set, but I do a little
joke
thank
or two?
you, maybe
tell
one
jokes?
joke.
Okay.
Yeah, just one joke. Do
you have the joke?
I
I would love to hear you tell a joke.
Yeah.
I would.
I got nothing right now.
You got
guys put me
nothing?
on the spot.
Come on,
No,
I would
got
love
nothing.
to hear you tell a joke. Come on, set that thing up.
Yeah, right.
I got one more for you. You've won the World Series twice. You were talking about how, a big hit in the playoffs, a home run in the playoffs. Since you showed up in the big leagues, you've been in the playoffs every year. Like, this is just what – and the Dodgers for the last 12, 13 years, it's just they go to the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens when you get there. When you go around the league, you talk to other players, how unusual that is. That's not the way it typically goes. That's been your exclusive big league experience. Can you kind of reconcile those two things?
Yeah, I mean, just super fortunate to have the opportunity with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
It's a winning organization. They put a lot of trust and a lot of investment into us. So yeah, super grateful for that, because that's what you want to do as a player is play in the postseason and have a chance to win a World Series.
A 2-time World Series champion, a 3-time All-Star, and Will, on behalf of everybody here, thank you so much for coming out. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, man. Nice to meet you.
Will Smith, everybody. We'll come back.
My legs are
more
bigger.
with Orel Hershiser as well. We're here at Legends Attic in Claremont, California. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, back when I played ball, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter overtime practice, even watching film at home, bam, they just hit me out of nowhere. And let me tell you, there's nothing tougher than pushing through a day with one of those leg cramps, those calf cramps. They just absolutely stink. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have kept a truckload on me at all times. Fast forward to now, I'm retired, but cramps still sneak up on me. During those morning walks, like this morning, playing with my daughter, even doing the show with Trav, every now and then, boom, a leg cramp. But now I have something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and won't upset your stomach. No water needed, no waiting around, just cramp relief ASAP. Cramps don't care if you're a pro athlete, a weekend warrior, Will Smith, or me. They all stink. So look, don't do what I did. Don't wait around. Get ahead of it now. Grab Highland's leg cramps, available now at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. You will thank me later.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Summer doesn't come with days off, and neither should your energy. That's why I go with Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. Pro Baller is a clean energy drink packed with essential vitamins. Nothing artificial or synthetic, no crash, no junk, and it's NSF Sports certified. It's the boost you need to stay sharp and keep moving. Fuel your summer hustle with Pro Baller Energy. Grab all 5 flavors now at the Pro Baller Amazon store with free shipping for Prime members. Champions choose clean energy.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
All right, a rite of passage is a ceremony or event that marks a significant transition in a person's life, often from one social status to another, searches from childhood to adulthood.
Okay.
I bring this up for picking up the tab for your elders, for your veterans, because the rookies or the veterans, Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, just went out to dinner.
Okay.
And they made the rookie, Mumfield, pay for it.
Okay.
And this is a rite of passage. You have to do this. The bill was $15,000.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, he got off easy.
Okay.
They took it easy on him. We don't even need you to show up. Just give us the credit card, and we'll send you the bill. Really, I cannot stand when rookies or young people or new people just buck this tradition. You watch The Sopranos, right?
Of course.
Remember that whole thing with Paulie and Christopher?
Christopher was the newly made guy, and
Yes.
he had to pick up the check.
Absolutely. What did Tony say?
Yeah.
It goes back beyond you. This is just how we do
time
things.
in memoriam.
And what did he say? Time in memoriam. Thank you. And when I was a young guy, I picked up I don't know how many checks.
Right.
It's just how you have to do things. I know the money's going up. You're going to make this back, and they're going to help you out, silly. They're not going to leave you hanging out to dry on a $15,000, $20,000 bill. But the whole point is you have to pay for it.
Wasn't this part of the reason that Ryan Leaf got off on a really bad start
Yes.
with his teammates?
Yes, absolutely. You could go from
Yeah.
being the face of the franchise to a pariah if you buck this tradition. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's not the number.
Do you
It's
have
just
to
the
do your
gesture.
position group? Is that the rule?
Every position group. So we were lucky and unlucky. It shows you how bad we were, but how well we picked. So we had 2 first-rounders in my career with the Rams.
Okay.
2 first-rounders in my room. I had Grant Wistrom.
Yep.
And, man, did we beat him up on that bill. Oh, my God, did we beat him
but
up.
for a rookie, he's rich.
Yes.
He's a first rounder.
He made more money on his signing bonus than we had our entire career.
Yeah, he's paying.
You're paying everything.
Yeah.
So we ordered lobster, steak, everything, cases of champagne. Put that in the car.
Just
We're going home.
Branzino for the table.
Absolutely everything. For the people outside, bring them some bread, too. And then we had Kevin Carter was first.
Okay.
Now, Kevin, we didn't have to wait. He was smart. Kevin just set it out. We walked into the restaurant. Everything was first class. And I think he kept costs low, and we were very happy. That's smart. Don't wait for us to ask for money because we're going to overcharge.
I'm going to set the table up for you really nicely so you think you're getting everything you want, but you're not getting a menu in your hand.
Yes, we didn't drive. He had the party bus.
Oh, that's great.
He was very, very smart, so we took it easy. But Grant Wistrom, we absolutely beat his credit card to death. But it's a thing. I'm glad he didn't, bellyache too much or make it a big deal. It sucks, man. You're a rookie. It's new money. You're supposed to share it with your veterans. Because believe me, if you have a great year, Devontae, Puka, the big money guys, it's going to come back to you. They will take care of you down the road. So just make sure you take care of the vets. Don't buck that tradition. That's terrible. He had to do it. You have to do it.
Did you know there's free hot dogs here?
No.
I just was alerted
I've been
to the
smelling
fact that
some
there
hot
are. I
dogs.
smell hot dogs. Tony's Famous Hot Dogs is back there, and apparently, if you're here and you're listening right now, those hot dogs from that cart, you go help yourself.
Are the hot dogs free? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah,
they are free.
They are.
There you go. Who's had more than one?
What are we waiting for? Oh, you should do your 9 and 9 right now. Let's see you go to work.
I actually could.
9 and 9 segments. Honestly, we could do that one
Bro,
day.
has anybody tried the 9 and 9? I don't get why that's a thing. That seems like the easiest challenge I've ever seen
Your
in my life.
confidence is the part that is most alarming to me because you have never once wavered. Like for instance, when Ohtani tripled last night, you were very quick to go. I
can't control that.
You never rewound the tape on the 9 and 9.
No. You saw how fast J.J. Watt did it, right? J.J. Watt felt the same way I did. Like, really, this was a thing?
Yeah.
This is
he had it
breakfast.
done by the 5th inning, at least according to his post on
Yeah, this is breakfast. This is nothing. When eating is a chore, food contests don't bother me. Yes.
Were you at that point and you like what was the heaviest you played at?
80, probably 90 the
90?
last year.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a video. Somebody sent me it's a text when we lost on Monday night to Kershaw when he beat us down there.
Yeah.
Sean King throws one right over my head. My vertical must have been like all of 3 inches. I couldn't jump anymore back then. So I was like 290. Yeah.
So there's kind of 2 categories that these guys fall into. It's guys that have to eat like crazy to keep the weight on, or guys that need to chill out for going too high. Which one were you?
The opposite. Like
Okay.
if I don't work out, I gain weight.
Yeah.
Certain guys, if they stop eating and stop working out, they get smaller. I go the other way. It's like ectomorph, I think.
Okay.
That's the body type or whatever it is. But yeah, no problem. I would love to try that 9 for 9 right now.
I never thought
unless
about
we
it.
have
We can't do so. Okay, well, hold on a second here.
Yeah.
Let's think about this. our show is roughly the same length as a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we could sub out beer for something else.
Or a non-alcoholic beer too. We could do like a 0% Heineken.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, or Coca-Cola.
Bubbles.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I mean, while the alcohol is certainly a factor,
Sure.
it's carbonation and volume. That
Yes,
I think
the volume
is
of
the bigger
liquid.
challenge.
I would be done before factor cap.
Really?
I would be done before factor cap.
Yeah, we need to get this. We need to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to do this on the show with some sort of substitution for the liquid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited.
I did the milk challenge once a long time
The
ago.
whole gallon?
A whole gallon of milk.
Yeah. What's the time limit on that? 5 minutes?
I think it was Was it 5 minutes?
Well, it might even have been less than
it
that.
didn't go very well.
Yeah. No. Apparently, the body will not allow that to happen.
I think
it
Mason
have you ever tried to do,
physiology rejects that.
Have you ever tried to chug a thing of Sprite without burping?
Yeah, you
can't.
can't.
Well, you can't because it'll come out either way.
I got one more for you. Take a piece of paper. Try to fold it more than 7 times.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
You tried that one?
I've
I
seen
guarantee
this.
you can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
No matter how big the piece of paper is.
Nope.
Yeah.
7 times, that's it. Mason turned me on to that one.
I saw that. All right, we are here at Legends Attic. DeMarco is not going to eat 9 hot dogs today. Well, maybe he will. I don't know.
I might.
You got 45 minutes left. You can give
Put him
that
right in
a
front
shot.
of me. Yes.
We'll check in with Orel again. It's been a great day. Steven Nelson, Kirsten Watson, and, of course, the all-star catcher, Will Smith.
I also think Eddie's going to hop on.
Eddie is hopping on with us coming up here in just a little bit. I want to hear what Eddie has added to the amazing collection here at Legends Attic. That is all coming up on 710 ESPN.
And the Far Side, powered by Highlands Leg Cramps and Highland Leg Cramp PM. Get reliable leg cramp relief. Fast, pronto. You thank me later.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
The biggest show on the radio.
Did your dad ever figure out how to text? Because my dad didn't.
My dad did not. In fact, my dad, when he got a text, would come to me and say, how do I get this off my phone? Now, my mom is all pro. She's an all pro texter. Yeah, is Myrna a big texter?
Big one, yeah. She's good at it.
Well, I made the joke at the private podcast party that Donna and not Stepdad Leo have an OnlyFans.
I wouldn't be surprised if Leo and Donna do have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
What the hell? You only live once,
It
Morales.
runs in the family, exactly.
Let them live.
Yes.
Are you saying you have an OnlyFans?
No.
Oh, because you said it runs in the family.
Runs in the family. You know, I am a bit of an exhibitionist as well. Yeah, without question.
You don't mind letting it swing?
No, not at all. So I'll tell you who's not swinging.
Yes.
Oh, good.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was Hall of Fame level, Mace.
Thank you very much.
Mason and Ireland, coming up next at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Have you been impacted by the Southern California wildfires, like Eaton and Palisades or other related fires this year? You're not alone, and you don't have to recover alone. Join us for the Ashes to Answers, a wildfire expert panel event, August 21st and 23rd at the Westin Pasadena. The event is free and hosted by the Rise Relief Project. We support those impacted by the wildfires with supplies, resources, and emotional care. Get real answers about insurance claim recovery, rebuilding your home, and your real estate options. Learn how to speed up your recovery and find out if you qualify for a wildfire class action lawsuit. Our team of experts, legal advisors, and community partners will be there, offering resources, support, and critical aid. In times of crisis, you need more than hope. You need help you can count on. Rise California. Relief, intervention, support, empowerment. Call 800-484-RISE or log on to risereliefproject.com to RSVP. Register now and receive a free gift at check-in to the event, August 21st or 23rd. 800-484-RISE.
It's never too early for football or holiday shopping. Hello, Ma? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get an Apple HomePod, home theater projector, turntable, or cash when you earn 3,000 slot points on your rewards card Fridays.
Number 2.
Berlin, live August 22nd. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
Flamingo Fridays. Crush the heat with cold cocktails, cool beats, and the lazy river at SoCal's best nighttime pool party.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Empower
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Continuing as we typically do, about every 8 weeks or so, we get to come out to Legends Attic in beautiful Claremont, California. Beautiful day here on a Thursday, and the man who is responsible for putting all of this together for this incredible facility, along with Orel, Eddie Alizadeh, joining us here. Eddie, thank you so much again for having us out and putting together this incredible show.
This is the coolest. I think, Dave, is this the best one?
This one's
so
great.
far?
This one's great.
It's
so many good people out here.
Yeah, unbelievable. Thank you guys. You guys are making it what it is.
It is a great crowd, and you just heard Eddie mention Dave's name. Dave Hobrech, who, of course, has a gallery here, some incredible artwork that you can see here. You can see some at his gallery in Laguna Beach, which, by the way, Dave, I was walking down PCH the other day. I saw your gallery. I went up. I was ready to kind of just drop in and surprise you, and the place was locked up. You were taking the day off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been ditching a lot.
Yeah.
This guy's got me busy, so I've been working at home.
Yeah. So you got a new piece.
Yes.
A couple, in fact. Let's start with the Clayton Kershaw one that you created commemorating his joining the 3,000 Strikeout Club. It is really striking in the scope of it. How tall is it? I got a chance to see it. It's about 8 feet, give or take?
Yeah, 88 by 40 unframed, so it would be 93/45.
Okay.
That one.
So what made you decide that, because, some of your stuff is not quite that big. We've seen some other one, the Freddie one, quite large. What makes you decide to go from, maybe something slightly smaller to something as grand as that?
I think it was just the situation. You couldn't do just a regular piece for 3,000. You want to do something bigger. The Freddie home run was that. It was grand. It was big. And we did it actually. It's the exact size as the Freddie, so we could have them next to each other as two huge moments.
Do you ask the person that it's the one over here, the Will Smith. It's weird. I keep looking at the eyes, and do you ask him what are you thinking at this moment? Because it seems like you capture that in the picture when you draw it. Instead of the moment, what's going through this guy's head is coming through in the picture.
Yeah, the eyes actually, that's the most important part. If those aren't done well, the whole piece is shot. You could have the whole thing perfect, and if those eyes don't come at you, it's bad. So you work hard on those.
Well, that one does. And Orel said something about hands too. Hands are really hard to draw. Is that right? No.
It's just
maybe for Orel.
That's what he said.
No? Sorry, Orel. Everything's just a shape.
Yeah.
The eyes, it's not so much drawing them in perspective. It's them popping is the hard part, right? It makes them pop. But everything else, if you break it down, a painting is just a shape. You can paint it upside down. You can paint it sideways. It doesn't matter because you're painting shapes, and then it puts together. So hands and faces are easy. That's all right.
Will Smith's got the Manson lamps. He does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's a very intense individual.
That's
probably why he's probably going to end up in the Hall of Fame. That probably has something to do with it along the way. Eddie, every time I come to Legends Attic here in Claremont, I get here and I kind of take a walk through the store, and I will invariably see something that is either new or something that I had not noticed before. What are some of the new things that you've had here since the last time we were?
Well, a lot of it's Dave's pieces. We're doing an event for Ned Coletti's Foundation coming up here in Claremont on the 28th. So we're doing pieces for that. We're doing something for the Jaime Herrín Foundation next week, and we're doing pieces for that. And Dave is transitioning into a different studio. So a lot of the new pieces we're bringing in are reserved for Dave because, let's just face it. I mean, other than Orel's awards and everything else, I mean, that's the draw. Yeah. And, I mean, we've got great cards, and Fanatics has been fantastic. But, I mean, I think this part of the secret sauce, along with you guys coming here, is the art, and it's and that's the feedback we get. It's like that was the fun part to create that art, and so yeah, I am working with Dave and trying to get him to work as much as possible. And he's just coming off of surgery, and he's a champ.
Surgery,
love it.
Yeah, a little surgery. What'd you do? It was a lot of years of bad eating, I think.
Okay.
Caught up to me, but then now I have to postpone my knee. Which we were talking
told
about
you
before.
about riding them skateboards.
I know. That's
on.
what. That's the original OG. That's where I got hurt.
Do you still get on a skateboard?
I did one time. I was showing my nephews how what their uncle could do.
Are you a good skater?
Yeah, I was pretty good when I was younger, and so I'm like, all right, watch this. And then my dad freaked out. He's like, you can't fall. What are you gonna do with your hands? I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You were not allowed to be on that skateboard.
I can't be on a skateboard.
Yeah.
So I get hurt.
Let's go back to the Clayton Kershaw piece that you created. We're talking with Dave Hobrech, who has an amazing gallery here at Legends Attic in Claremont. You obviously have the choice of a lot of different things that you want to capture because it's an original creation. And Clayton Kershaw, you could choose him throwing the pitch. You could choose the batter swinging and missing. You chose to have the moment where he's acknowledging his family in the crowd. Why was that the moment you decided to capture?
Well, I got to go to the game, which was great. Eddie and Orel set us up right behind the dish. It was amazing seats, so we get to take it in. So you have to take it in to kind of set the story up. So we were just watching and having a good time, and it was exciting, and it was getting down the last basically batter to get this thing done. And he did it, and the game stops. And it was such a great moment. And you've seen a lot of those moments, and then all the teammates come, and they hug him, and this and that, and they stop the game. But this guy stops, and he has, the thought to first, before he goes to his other family, which is his teammates, to look over to his wife and kids, which I thought was the coolest thing ever. Waving at them, blowing him a kiss, hitting his heart. And I just go, oh, my God, there's the painting, And so we took a bunch of pictures that day, and then I got home and put it together. We had a couple edits. I love Orel calling me late night. I got a couple ideas for you.
Yeah.
But it was such a cool thing, and then painting it was even more special. It was so, not every painting goes as fast and smooth. It was so inspiring. It was easy. It was so fun.
I just heard this from Kirsten when she was here about Kershaw. What is that like on the day he's pitching? Super intense. We can't look him in the eye. But it's been a little bit different now with him. He's older, So I think that's great when you show that side. This is this version of Clayton Kershaw, and it's all-encompassing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
It's cool to see it in print or in art like that.
Yeah, because some of the early – I've done some other Kershaws where it's the stare, you get the stare, the intensity. This was so different. It was just he wanted to share that not only with the fans. We were going crazy there. But with his family first. And that was the first and only time I've ever titled a painting on the painting. We've called things, we've named things, but I actually wrote family first on the painting.
Yeah.
Because I just thought it was that special. It was great.
It's like Kershaw in totality right there.
It was.
Yeah.
What made it so fun, too, is that watching it on television, that because he's been around as long as he has, his children are old enough to realize what is happening. They're not infants. They are young kids, but that they will remember being and just the excitement on their faces, seeing them jump up and down. That not just because, look, we're all Dodger fans. Anybody that's out here today is a Dodger fan, but that's their dad.
Right.
To see your dad out there doing that and what it meant to him, I thought you captured beautifully in your piece.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thanks to Eddie and Orel for Legends Attic hooking us up and getting us down there to watch it, to experience it. It was one of my favorite games.
So if we want to buy it, that one, and what happens if Clayton Kershaw says, I want it? I mean, we were here first, so just saying.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Tough.
Well, so
I'll pass this to Eddie.
Well, Clayton's going to get first shot. We always pitch it as, this is an opportunity to raise money for your foundation, right? For us, we've got pieces in the Hall of Fame and things like that. And you guys help with Dave's exposure and things like that. So we're doing, we're gaining a lot of momentum with Fanatics. But, Kershaw's going to he saw it already. Family saw it, so they've been reaching out to Orel. So, obviously we'll do something there. And then somebody's going to buy that thing and then some of the gate's going to go to his foundation, and it's going to be amazing. And hopefully it's a place where, everybody can enjoy it.
Well, guys, thank you again for having us out here. It's something we look forward to every single day. Eddie, you and I have known each other a long time through Rotolo, through Legends Attic. It means a lot to me to get to come out here.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready for our fantasy draft here at Legends Attic.
Oh, man.
Ask him.
Oh, my God.
I'm just curious.
Stay away from Christian McCaffrey.
Am I worried about Stafford and the weapons, or is this going to be fine? What does a back injury look like?
I would say he's going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're right to be worried. You should be.
Well, geez.
He's 37 with a back situation, but he's going to be fine.
All right.
Where are you picking in your draft?
I'm number 5.
Okay.
So but I'm a Giants fan, so I might be going Malik early, but I've got Rams in my head. Yeah.
Neighbors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Russell's going to feed him the ball.
I love
No matter what happens, he's going to have a better quarterback situation than he had the year before. So that's a good pick.
That's it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Was Daniel Jones their quarterback last year?
And amongst others.
Okay.
Yeah, and that table leg over there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Always
thanks,
love
guys.
coming out
Thank
here. And we got Hot and Cold coming up next.
Yep, hot and cold.
Hot and Cold right around the corner. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN from Legends Attic. And Next Gen, right? Ooh, it's warm today, right? Next Gen is the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans, and you're going to want to beat that heat. It's coming. I know that we're in August, but it is on its way. So whether you need to repair or replace your air conditioner, you know that Next Gen is the place for expert service. We're talking thousands of 5-star reviews online, a lifetime warranty on parts and labor for new AC system installs, so you can absolutely trust Next Gen for quality and perhaps most importantly, that peace of mind that you are taken care of. And for a limited time, NextGen's offering a free ozone air purifier with any new AC install, which means you get to enjoy less dust in your house, cleaner air, and supreme comfort all season long. We're talking lifetime warranties. We're talking 7-day-a-week service. They are waiting to make sure that you have your place exactly the way you want it. 833-3NEXTGEN. 833-3NEXGEN or nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Saturday, the black and gold keep the road stretch rolling after the electric debut of their new global superstar.
Son Youngman will come in, the number 7 for LAFC for his first ever appearance for the black and gold.
LAFC invades New England for a battle with the Revolution. Pre-game coverage starts Saturday at 4 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Oh, the front flip from Denis as he celebrates with Son Youngman.
The new home of Sonny and the black and gold is ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
You think you know football? Then prove it in the Circa Million Pro Football Challenge, kicking off from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs with a cool mill going to the winner. Come in last and you got $100,000 coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 5 entries per person. Don't forget about Circa Survivor also, with $15 million in guaranteed prizes. Enter Nevada, play from anywhere, learn more at circasports.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Mace here. These days it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, and screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show on ESPN LA.
It's time for Who's Hot and Who's Cold.
You're as cold as ice. Thanks to our friends at NextGen. NextGen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing of SoCal sports fans.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Time for Who's Hot and Who's Cold. Thanks to NextGen. Right now.
Aloha.
Aloha. Are you okay?
Will Smith.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You all right?
Yes, a bug did the
Did you see
size
that,
of
DeMarco?
the state
what
of
happened?
Texas landed on me.
So, were we talking with Steven?
I think it was with Steven.
We were talking with Steven, and I think you were engaged with him.
Yeah.
So, Emily is right over your shoulder. So, as we're talking with Steven, it looked like it was a bug about this big.
Oh, geez.
Right.
That made and we got headphones on. I heard it go as it went by my head, and it went right at Emily, and she had a moment where she was fist fighting the bug.
Also happy that my mic wasn't on because I let out an expletive, but kind of under my breath.
That's probably on the YouTube feed, right?
Oh yeah, I mean I don't know if I'm on
we
it.
Have that.
Like,
we should make sure we have that, Parker. Yes.
Or we don't. Also, I did win something this morning. I won the Clinton and Friends Camp CNF.
Oh.
Okay, so all summer, if you don't listen to Clinton Show, I don't know why not. It's a great show. But we picked people that are involved in that show somewhat because they do help out with the show in the morning. And we picked 4 newsmakers to give us points. And if they make positive news, we get points. And so
right.
I was way behind. Like I had Paul Skeens, Caitlin Clark, Jerry Jones, and then Taylor Swift.
Oh.
And so
come from behind.
So
win.
exactly. So up until 3 days ago, I was like 35 points behind. And then with this literal last day event, I ended up winning. So
Jerry
congrats,
Jones
Emily.
plus Taylor Swift is an unfair.
Right.
Yeah.
That hit.
I did know that the Netflix thing would be coming out around this time, so I kind of knew that would help me out. But the surprise drop, Taylor, my queen, thank you so much. All right, time for hot and cold. So also, by the way, hot dogs here. They're free if you want some more hot dogs.
That young man's getting
looks amazing.
Right? Come on.
All right, but in addition to hot dogs, burgers are hot because the Milwaukee Brewers. Now the entire city of Milwaukee has the chance to get free burgers today. So a local restaurant chain, George Webb is the name of the chain, has been promising free burgers at the local team. The Milwaukee team won 17 consecutive games, and this has been going for decades. It's gone through when the team has left and come back to the city of Milwaukee. They dropped the promotion to 13 games by the time the Braves made Milwaukee a big league city in 1953. And then they dropped it to 12 games once the team moved from Seattle back to Milwaukee in 1970.
Pilots, believe it or not, existed as a major league team for 1 year.
Wow.
Yes.
And so it has happened one time where the Brewers, as the Milwaukee Brewers in this iteration, has gotten to 13 wins, and George Webb handed out more than 170,000 burgers in one day. So today is the day. If you're in Milwaukee, you get the chance to get a free burger from George Webb because your team's gotten to 12 victories in a row, consecutive victories. And the Woodruff, who was the pitcher last night, was talking about the pressure he felt for the city of Milwaukee to get this win. So would you wait in line? Would you want to participate in this big Milwaukee Day event?
Heck yeah. Come on now. Bro, what's better than a cheeseburger in hand?
Yeah.
And you live in Milwaukee.
A free cheeseburger in hand. Yes.
It's interesting. I am allergic to lines.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do that most of the time. But it's not even the free burger. It's the fact that they won that earns you the free burger. You're around fellow, in this case, Brewer fans. That it might be one of those things I would wait for.
Yeah, I think it's also, you wear your Brewers gear, you go before the game. It's a good vibes day thing. And again, in Milwaukee,
Give me
What's
a
there to do?
fistful of meat with cheese. There you go.
Okay, so what's cold? Maybe I'm gonna determine to you guys if they got this right. So the Associated Press released the all-time college football All-Americans. Okay, so these are the all-time first-team All-Americans in the history of the Associated Press.
Okay.
So about 100 years, which is why they're doing this. So I'm going to read you the entire list, okay? Because it's just 2 first teams. First team wide receivers, Randy Moss and Larry Fitzgerald.
No arguments from me.
And this is their college football career, too, by the way. Tackles, Orlando Pace and Bill Fralick.
Oh, yeah. Big Bill.
All right.
No Anthony Munoz. That's interesting.
I'm glad Fralick's getting some love.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Guards, we have John Hanna and Jim Parker.
Okay. I don't know Jim Parker. I know John Hanna.
Jim Parker was Ohio State in 1956.
Okay.
Might have thrown Larry Allen up there, but yeah.
Center is Chuck Bednarik.
Bednarik.
Bednarik? Okay.
Concrete Charlie. Played linebacker, too.
Wasn't he the one that nearly killed Don Meredith?
No, the other one. Not Meredith. He was
the Monday Night Football guy.
Yeah.
SC.
He was
married to Kathy Lee Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Concrete Charlie made an impact.
Yes.
All right, so here's the most recent one. Tight end, Brock Bowers.
Oh.
The best tight end in college football. You guys think that is correct?
Who pops into your mind first, DeMarco? Because a very specific name popped into my
And
head.
again, just college
yeah,
football.
I get it.
Shockey?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's me too.
Shockey.
Yeah.
That would be my number one.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a big debate coming up. Quarterback. They put Tim Tebow.
Yeah. That's easy.
Oh, yeah. Hands
That's
down.
easy.
You think so? Okay.
Oh, God,
That's
yes.
easy. You like
No.
You've said a few times. This is his college career.
Yes.
Tim Tebow lost like
Fantastic.
2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Running backs, Barry Sanders and Herschel Walker.
Okay.
Sure.
Kicker, the big boy himself, the guy that we brought up on the preseason. Seabass, Sebastian Janikowski.
Okay.
And then all-purpose, it has as Johnny Rogers. All right, so here is the defense. Ends, Hugh Green and Randy White.
Okay.
Yeah. Tackles, we have Ndamukong Suh and Bronco Nagurski. Okay.
Okay. Well, never mind.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. This
Back
is your
in the
position.
Back in the day,
1929.
for the
Travis
Rams,
remembers.
you had a choice between Sue and Bradford. I said take Sue. Yeah. I think I was right.
I think you've been vindicated.
I think I was right. Okay.
And Travis, you saw Bronco play 1929.
Hell of a player.
If you don't know. Okay, linebackers, Dick Buckus.
Yeah.
And then Derek Thomas and Chris Spielman.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have thrown the Boz in there.
Okay.
Boz was the best college linebacker I ever saw.
Oh, really?
He made yes.
Okay, here's my question to you. I obviously remember Brian Bosworth, and he was the Boz and all of the stuff. He had the crazy haircuts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I do not remember him as a great player. I would defer to you.
College?
Okay.
Great player.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just remember him as being the crazy lunatic who Bo Jackson planted in the end zone.
No, just remember what college football was back then.
Yeah.
And he was downhill with the neck ring and knock your head off.
All right.
He was perfect.
Cornerbacks, we have Charles Woodson.
Yes.
And then Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Sure.
And then safeties, we have Ronnie Lott.
Yep.
And Ed Reed.
I was about to say, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Say it.
And then finally, punter Torrey Taylor from Iowa in 2023.
Oh,
the only great player in Iowa in 2023, I would assume, was Torrey Taylor.
Well, that's when they were scoring like 4 points a game.
Exactly, and he was actually a huge weapon to that team. So that is the Associated Press All-American all-time team.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC Heat Plumbing and Electrical Company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenaironplumbing.com. Do we get characters like the Boz anymore?
No.
I don't think so.
They just transfer around now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take all 4 cars with them.
Didn't he have like feathers in his hair and it was colored blue and red and all? Like I have this crazy face image of him stuck in my head.
You can find, or if you have that Sports Illustrated art, that whole thing with the Boz.
Yeah.
You won't believe it. He's sitting on the beach with 4 cars, and he's in college. He's in college.
Maybe he had a summer job.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
we're getting that all the time, though.
He
now.
scooped ice cream at the local Baskin Robbins for
And he saves his
3 hours
pennies
a day.
every day.
This is 30, 40 years before all this
invested
stuff
well.
is normal. Like this, we had rules back then.
Sure.
There were rules,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean everybody followed the rules.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Eric Dickerson had a Trans Am.
See, Eric, never mind. I'm not going there. Eric will never tell you anything about his SMU days.
I know.
He will never say a word. Yes,
Well,
that is omerita to the end.
And I respect that.
Me too.
I respect that he had a Trans
But the
Am.
statute of limitations is over. You can actually talk now.
That's why I like the omerta even more. that he would be allowed to say whatever he wants without any fear of any replay. By the way, the SMU got the death penalty anyway.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's like the end of the Irishman. Everybody you're protecting is dead, sir. You can tell us the truth now.
My goodness. Nope. It's not you said The Irishman, and in my head I thought The Departed. I watched The Departed 2 days ago. When I got home from work the other day, my youngest son had it on, and when I walked into the room, it had just started. It was like 10 minutes into the movie. I'm like, well,
like you hadn't even gotten to the when it says The Departed, which is like 45 minutes into the movie.
Right. It was literally it was 10 minutes in tops, and I'm like, well, here goes 3 hours. And literally, boom, right back into the chair.
Best 3 hours of the whole week.
It's a transitional shot, but when he comes out of the back with like bloody sleeves and says, "Bring a mop and a pail," that's terrifying.
The pail is really upsetting. Like I understand what the map or the mop is for, but
and a pail.
The pail, like what are we putting in the pail, man? No, I don't want the
These
pail.
guys won't answer questions right.
Oh my goodness. A great crowd out here at Legends Attic today. A great day at Legends Attic as well. Thanks to our pal Orel Hershiser, Eddie Alizadeh, Dave Hobrech. We talked with Kirsten Watson, I should say, Stephen Nelson, and of course Will Smith.
I have a question.
Welcome back, Orel.
Thank you guys for coming.
When you were talking, Travis, when you mentioned innings pitched, like you'll never see a guy throw for 190 innings again, right? It's just not going to happen. So I looked up your stats. You had 3 seasons where you were like up over 200.
Those right there.
Yeah, right there.
264 in 87, 264.2, 267 in 88, and then 256.2
in 88. I went over 300 because of the playoffs, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious
only a few days rest in between.
How did your body feel going into the next year after all? That's 3 straight years of pounding.
Yeah. I ended up with shoulder reconstruction.
Ah, okay.
I have 3 Mytech bone anchors in the front of my shoulder. And Dr. Job said, the career might be over because I've never performed a surgery on a professional thrower.
Oh.
He had performed it on Jerry Pate, the golfer. He had performed it on Jim McMahon, the quarterback. But Jim couldn't, after the surgery, couldn't throw the ball over 30 yards because his shoulder just didn't get strong enough.
Remember that highlight when he got dumped by the guy from Green Bay?
It's one of the dirtiest plays I've ever seen.
That's the one,
That's where Dr. Job put him back together. But he said it would take about 24 months to come back because that's how long it takes scar tissue to harden. And he had to build scar tissue where my anterior labrum was. And the labrum is like the rim of a golf tee. So it kind of holds the humeral head of the shoulder in place. And the shoulder is not a ball and socket joint. The shoulder is like a seal balancing a ball on its nose. Okay. And so when the seal's muscles get tired in a certain area, that humeral head will start bumping into things. And probably because of those innings, at times, certain muscles in my shoulder would get tired. So this started bumping into my anterior labrum. And so the rim of my golf tee was gone.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dr. Job said, I don't have any replacements for labrums, but we can build it with scar tissue. And so he put these bone anchors in the front of my shoulder to cause bleeding in that area. And then he said, we're going to let it bleed, and you're going to use your humeral head of your shoulder as sandpaper 5 times a day.
Ooh.
And you're going to rub into it 5 times a day and cry.
You're right. I was gonna say, that sounds painful.
So I would lay on the floor at my house 5 times a day and rub my shoulder into that scar so that it would be useful. And I came back in 13 months, not 2 years.
Wow.
But it was painful.
How did you?
I love this game.
This might seem like a stupid question. How did your arm feel? Like by the time you're back in the big leagues pitching, did you feel like you used to feel?
I couldn't have come back in 13 months with a pitch clock.
Okay.
Because I would walk around the mound sometimes and let the pain subside or let the strength come back. And I would talk to Dr. Job and Pat Screener, my therapist, and I'd say, I know I'm pitching. I know I would be throwing on the side, but I want to pitch in the game. If I'm able to pitch on the side, I want to be in the game. And they said, well, you can't hurt yourself. You're going to feel pain and you're going to feel fatigue and you're going to feel this, but you're not going to hurt yourself because that scar tissue is actually harder now than your normal tissue. And so, we just kept going, but I couldn't do it with a pitch clock.
Yeah.
Because with a pitch clock, I would have been having to rub a ball up. I would have been having to get a ball for the time I would go over because I was rubbing a ball up waiting for this to calm down or the strength.
That's
crazy, right? Yeah.
That's wild. So I asked Will Smith this, and he said it's a topic that they knock around when he's talking with his teammates. I may or may not have asked you this. Watching Edgardo Henriquez last night, and he's not the only one, but it was on display last night. He's throwing 103 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we've seen Mason Miller, we've seen Aroldis Chapman. I mean, 104s, 105s. Ben Joyce from the Angels last year is another one that's. What is the ceiling, Orel?
Depends on how we want to wire the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think in our day, we've talked about this before, but it's a new audience, and it's always a new audience every 10 seconds on the radio. In our day, the ball was the radar gun or the jugs gun, and it was clocked from your hand and then the decel at home plate. And so it was like 4 to 5 mile an hour, 3 to 5 mile an hour slower. Mm-hmm. But now they get it with lasers right out of the hand. And that's when the ball's moving the fastest. So, 95 in my day is 98 now. Okay. I threw 88 to 92, so I would be 91 to 94. So when he's throwing 103, I'd say Nolan Ryan and Dwight Gooden, maybe we're throwing that hard, but if not, I would say the main difference is they train to throw super hard, almost everybody. So we have more hard throwers, and I think they have gone up a good 10 to 15% as far as maximum velocity.
I wonder, DeMarco, if this is a question that would be better asked of a physician or somebody that's an expert in human anatomy.
That's it,
what is the maximum velocity that a human being can move their arm at?
I don't know.
But back to a subject we talked about probably an hour and a half ago, which is when is the pendulum going to swing towards health compared to 100% effort from 13 guys. And the thing I don't worry about baseball overall. I worry about individual careers. I worry about next man up. I worry about deep rosters. Same thing in football, right?
I think about Skeens. Every time I watch him pitch, I'm like, I hope this isn't a 5-year thing. I would love for Paul Skeens to be Roger Clemens. I would love for Paul Skeens to be Pedro Martinez.
He's got the mass because there is ground force production when you throw anything. When you land, that ground force production comes up through your body, and the more your body can stabilize that and harness it, you then can throw the ball hard easier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what they're even talking about with Mookie. Is Mookie going to maintain his elite power as he doesn't have the ground force production? So sometimes maybe the mechanics have to be more perfect for a lighter, smaller person than for a bigger, solider person. And so they can maintain the stress. They can have less mechanics because the ball will still go far. And they will have the production from their weight, right?
Yeah.
From the stability.
I think Mookie needs that old school GNC weight gainer stuff. Remember that stuff with the big tub?
Remember,
in and out.
There you go.
Remember, he went through the virus and lost 10 to 15 pounds.
Yes.
But he gained the weight back. But that doesn't mean that everything is back. And we've seen it with Max when he came back from his arm. It said, I got to do this. Now it's like the best we've ever seen him. There is more than, I'm healthy and can play.
True. And with Skeens, when you actually told me the dimensions, that's a defensive end.
He's
that's
the same size as Aiden
mound.
Hutchinson from the Lions.
A defensive end.
Yeah,
on the mound. That's crazy.
6'6", 240.
One more thing. Will Smith is interesting.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That is an interesting dude.
He's very smart.
Super smart.
Yeah. And very unassuming in his smartness.
Yes.
Or would it be intelligence? I don't know.
Is that like most catchers, or is he different?
No, I don't know if you guys hit this subject with him, but the Dodgers did an amazing job scouting him and understanding him as a person. That remember when he was drafted and in the minors, the first thing they did with him is bring him up as a September call-up, but not in uniform, but just to be in all the meetings and understand the big league lifestyle. So when he was sent back to the minors, he had a visual of where he was going and how he had to run a staff and what the meeting was going to entail and how he was going to have to memorize this and he was going to have the chart on his wrist, and they got him ready. Same thing they did with Walker Buehler. I met Walker Buehler like the day he was drafted, and we were leaning against the dugout, and I'm sitting there talking to Walker Buehler, one of our top draft picks, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Well, we got a photo session, we got this, and then I'm going to get to stand around, and they just want me to hang with you guys. And I'm like, these guys get it. They've labeled their prospects, and, you got one from, where's Will from? Louisville, and you got one from Vanderbilt.
Vandy, yeah.
And you know their brains, and you scouted them, and you go, that ability and that brain, we got to show them where we want them to go. And we want to show them we don't want them guessing.
Right.
And they exposed them to all of that and then said, okay, now go get your bodies and your stuff ready. But your mind now knows what we're going to expect.
Yeah, I got one more for you too, Orel. It just Dave kind of cracked the door open for it. I know he's scheduled to pitch, to do some side work coming up here in a little bit. Is there the possibility that Roki Sasaki's a bullpen guy by the time we get to October?
There's a possibility anybody in the staff is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yes, there's always a possibility. But I heard on one of the talk shows, I don't know if it was your guys or if it was the competitive network, which is a great network. It's the Dodger Network, and we love them. And I think it was on Rogan and Rodney that I heard it. Somebody was like, we got to have him in the bullpen. We got to get him healthy enough. And I don't care if he's just side works and he can only go one inning. You need to put him in the bullpen. And somebody was like, do you remember what kind of command he had as a starter?
Right. Yeah, it's the walks.
So you're gonna open that bullpen gate and you're gonna bring in the guy that was starting.
Yeah.
So you've got to put the whole equation together. If you give up a run from the 7th inning on, it is completely different than giving up a run in the first 5 innings. First 5 innings, the offense has plenty of time to recover. You haven't put any pressure on them. We're going to have to score anyway. You're on the mound going, as long as I keep them from a crooked number, I've got giving my team a chance. I don't want to give up any runs, but I'm looking at the situation. I got 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and I'm looking for an out. Now, if I get to 2 strikes, maybe I'll try 1 pitch to get the strikeout, but I'm not going to try and strike the guy out on the very first pitch.
Yeah.
That's how you build crooked number innings, and that's how you build rallies for the other team. You pitch to get an out, and don't worry about the run. But if you do that in the 7th or 8th inning, you can't.
How many times have
it's
you looked
completely
at the
different
pitching?
pitching?
About walks. Like the walks are like, oh my goodness, like anything but that.
He gets so frustrated by walks.
But the walks are because it's a cutting edge league, and you're trying to perform at a cutting edge. And if your mechanics and your repeatability and what you're learning and about the league and the scouting report and the target from the catcher and the pressure of the situation, there are so many components coming at you that can make you not believe it or not execute it or overturn or do. There are so many things that you bring into this of what did I learn last night during my failure and what do I need to do different tomorrow? And we're asking a guy from Japan that's a young kid that signed the largest contract in the world for, pitchers to learn all that and be great right away because we paid you a lot of money.
Yeah, we need you to do it tonight. That's a little bit different.
I'm back into my player mode.
Yeah, absolutely. One more time, Orel, thank you so much for having us out. We always love coming to Legends Attic. And,
awesome.
You guys put together
about over.
That's
great. Yes. You guys, you know what? You guys make time fly, though.
You're off the hook.
Make it awesome.
No, you're off the
great.
hook. We're still going about the skill thing, football and baseball. We're not done yet.
Oh, wait.
We're not done yet.
Oh, we have 6 minutes. Let's go over that.
I'm just saying. Right.
There's got to be a bat and a ball around here somewhere.
Right, come on.
What's the hardest thing to do in sports in the world?
Hit a baseball.
Sack a quarterback.
Oh, my goodness. No, right. you know, when the guy misses the block, it's really hard to do.
Oh, look at you.
The blocking assignment. You get right in there, and you have 3.5 sacks, and you've never been touched in any of them.
This is true.
It happens. Orel, thanks again. We're going to come back with a little quick factor cap coming up next.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Everyone knows Orel Hershiser has won numerous awards for his performance on the field. But off the field, he's a great humanitarian, a true friend and partner of mine, and a real bulldog when it comes to business.
Baseball taught me to work hard and respect people. Rotolo Chevrolet does both, and that's why I joined the team.
Rotolo Chevrolet has been Dealer of the Year for 12 straight years. Like Orel, we know something about winning.
I believe they call that a dynasty.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Hello. Let's roll.
So we've had having so much fun out here. We only really have time for one Factor Cap, and it's going to be a good one because something that's been inevitable has happened. So we are all aware of the Falcons quarterback, the presumed starting quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., correct?
Go Dogs.
Yes. So he was speaking in a press conference, and Savannah, Georgia is one of the affiliate stations that would cover the Falcons. And so they have a lower third, and when Michael Penix is talking, the X is replaced with an S.
They're right next to each other on the keyboard.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is the inevitable thing that has happened with his name as Michael Penix Jr. He should go by MPJ, by the way. I would just do that going forward. But my statement is this is bound to happen. This was bound to happen. Travis Factor Cap.
Fact. Typos happen. The stuff is happening quick, especially if it's a live show. Those chyrons can go up pretty quickly.
And it's in Savannah, Georgia. It's not Atlanta. It's like a little smaller budget.
It could happen. And look, I'm not blaming anybody.
Yes.
But what I'm saying, let's go back to Desmond Howard on game day, not that long ago, where he talked about Michael Penix having that big Penix energy, right? And he said it. We all know it. It's sitting right there. Yeah. He decided to throw it out there, and it was just a matter of time until it happened. Facts.
No, DeMarco, just a matter of time until it happened.
I hate this because now I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
I've never, ever thought of that once until now. Now I cannot unsee that. I hate it.
Look, they're right next to each other.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who have certain names that you have to just over-articulate, slow yourself down when you say their names because you run the risk of saying something else.
Or, to your point, abbreviate or use the first name or, there are – sometimes you see the trap coming and you can avoid it, and then sometimes you just step in the middle of the trap and it snaps closed on you.
Oh, boy. Wow.
So that's Factor Cap for you.
Factor Cap's brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. NormandLegal.com online. Little super crosstalk coming up next. 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium one beverage drink, like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Only at Waba Grill.
Hey, soccer fans, want to be at the biggest match of the season? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, plus flights and hotel to the final match of the season. Feel the roar of the crowd, the energy of every goal, and see who will raise the cup live and in person. Don't wait. Head to soccerdreamticket.com and enter now. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinale, a perfect game day wine. Enter today at soccerdreamticket.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhpc.com or follow them at PlayHPC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Whoa. Nace is here. AK is here. DeMarco and I are out at Legends Attic. Another great day with Orel and his entire crew.
You met Will Smith.
You had
we got to hang with Will
out
Smith.
there. Yeah,
we hung out with Will Smith for a while. It was really cool.
Very cool.
Scratch golfer Will Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, I had some follow-ups there, but maybe next time.
What is your impression of Will Smith? What do you guys think he's like?
I think he is very focused and businesslike. That would be my guess.
He's always struck me as pretty low-key.
Yes, true. Very low-key.
Also true.
Yes. Super great guy, though.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Very interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Orel's always great. It's a great show. It's a good day for it because, oh, my God. Come on.
Yeah. Mace.
Seriously.
Okay, so
what the hell?
I don't know. I'm not worried about the runs that they're going to score moving forward. They're going to score runs.
They scored enough last night.
Yeah, I think so too. 5 is if you should win the game way more often than you should not with 5 runs.
Yep.
And they did. Now they probably should have had 7 or 8, but 5's not bad. I don't know if the end of the game is going to change all that much because I know there are guys, and we've talked about them all, right? We're talking about Kopech. You're talking about trying and kind of finding his rhythm. You're talking about Brusdar Gratterall.
No, I read today Brusdar Gratterall may not be coming back.
Okay, well then that makes it even more challenging.
Yeah, even more. You got 2 arms coming, 2 elite arms coming back. But how effective are they going to be, and what do you do till they get back?
And even when they come back to be ready to go, because when they come back, you're in the middle of a division race. And to hope that all of these things break your way, that's asking a lot. And the other options you have not performed well.
There has been a lot of presumption and confidence when it comes to just internal solutions. Like, these guys will come back, and then we will look like the Dodgers again. And it's now mid-August. And it's starting to reach a point where if you don't start seeing these guys back and looking like themselves, I'm not saying that it can't turn out well, but I think you can no longer assume it. Like, I think we're starting to reach a point where you can't just assume that these things that were counted on all season are going to happen.
This series coming at the worst time or the best time?
Best time.
I think you need it bad.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously, light a fire under the ass and let's roll, man. I think they need to play really well this weekend,
Mason,
and I think they're going to.
Be prepared if the opposite happens.
No, I'm not going to be prepared. I'm not even going to put that thought out there. Why would you even put that out there?
Because that's a possibility. I mean, like Travis has been saying, this team may never really fully wake up.
Well, okay, hold on a second, though. I have said, I don't think it's like, Mace, you just used the phrase light a fire. DeMarco, you said wake up. I don't think this is a lack of intensity. I don't think this is a lack of want or any of these things. It's a lack of production. It is the bullpen this isn't these guys going out there and not giving a you-know-what. This is they either aren't throwing the ball over the plate or when they do, they're giving up hits.
Yeah.
It's that part,
point,
it's not
– It's good.
Yeah.
Point. I mean, bullpen last 9 games, 32 and a third innings, 18 runs.
The issue has not been that fat and happy after a World Series.
I don't think so either.
I totally agree with that. They have been having availability issues and they've been having performance issues, but it's not like they seem like, it's going to be fine. We know we're okay.
I agree.
Dave Roberts has been speaking with a lot of urgency lately. Like, the issue does not seem to be championship hangover or complacency.
Is it strictly a roster issue? Because I said yesterday, I don't think Andrew Friedman did enough at the trade deadline. I thought he should have. There were closers moving, Mason Miller and David Bednar and Camilo Duvall and Yohan Duran. All these guys are moving. The Dodgers have a farm. They could have landed one of those guys, which would be both a near-term and long-term solution.
Yeah, I'm leaning more and more towards what you're saying, Mace, the further we see what we're seeing right now. I do think that the roster problem is exclusively what you just described. I don't think this is – now, maybe it wasn't that 115-win team where Teoscar is going to look like he did a year ago. Tommy Edman is going to look like he did a year ago, that Michael Conforto would slide in and look like you were hoping he would look. None of these things – but Ohtani's still probably going to win an MVP. Freddie Freeman's over 300. Will Smith is having
win a batting title. Yep.
Like they're having some guys that are having some really Max Muncy, after a slow start, has been really good when he's been available.
Hey, Mookie has come around. Mookie's starting to look like Mookie.
Absolutely. It is the last 3 or 4 innings of the game that have completely changed not just the results of these games, but the tenor of them.
And there's
leading
no answer
up to it. Hey, last night, there's only a 2-run lead. You never felt like that with this team a year ago. Like a 2-run lead felt like money in the bank, and now it's it would be a lot better if they tacked on another 3 or 4.
We're going to see a really good bullpen this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Mason Miller setting up for Robert Suarez. If you're counting outs, they've got 6 in the bank, conceivably. I mean, those are really tough chances.
More.
Dodgers got to get to them early because their bullpen is really, really good.
Here's something, too, that I think is going to make this series really entertaining.
Spicy,
entertaining, but also maybe a little bit dangerous. As much as we've just been talking about how the Dodgers could maybe use this series to try to bring the best out of themselves, the best version of themselves, I think it will be impossible for them still to want this series more than the Padres. Like, the Padres have been trying to get over this hump that is the Dodgers for how long? And then certainly recently, they've been really close. And the Padres were aggressive at the deadline, which they typically are, but they were super aggressive with the Dodgers in their sights.
How about this, Andy?
You know there's going to be just as much as San Diego as it will to L.A.
This is the latest in the season the Padres have been in first place by themselves. You ready for this? Since 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a long time since they've been in this position. But what you just described, AK, I think oddly for me as a Dodger fan is somewhat comforting. This will not be decided this weekend. This will not be decided 5 days from now when they play each other again. This will be decided in October. They may or may not run into each other. It would be fun if they did.
Sure.
And there is no question in my mind that by the time you get talked to, I don't know if they're going to have been able to fix the bullpen by then. We'll see. But it will not be the Dodgers are unprepared. They may be a little short-handed, but when it comes to let it hang, I trust those guys as much as any group I've ever seen because almost without exception, every single one of those guys have been through this before, and they're ready for it.
You know what's amazing? The Dodgers fall to a wild card position as of last night. They're the second wild card. The Cubs are ahead of them, so they fall to being the second wild card. That's crazy to me that they had a 9-game lead, and they've collapsed to this point.
They've given back 10 games in 33 games.
Yeah.
They've gone from 9 up to 1 behind in 33 games. That's fast.
That's going broke. That's going broke quick.
Yeah.
You're spending money fast.
That is a very good way to say it. We'll see. We'll see. I am not giving up the ghost, but there is that back the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. And by the way, you saw it, right? Ohtani, who they did give a 5-inning runway to, he couldn't finish 5. Like they had to go get him. It's not like, we'll just let him go 6 or 7, or you let Yam. Those guys got to finish their 5 or 6 innings, and that still leaves a lot of meat at the back end.
Okay, I want to ask DeMarco a question before you guys get out of here. So we're going to do a bunch on Matthew Stafford today. He threw the ball, I guess, 59 times on Saturday, couldn't practice on Monday. Accept the premise that he's not going to be ready for Game 1. Just accept the premise.
Okay.
What do we get from Jimmy G in his second year in the McVay system?
I think you get what you saw out of Jared Goff. Was it 17?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just basically a McVay robot. You're going to run the play exactly as called. The difference is that can only take you so far. That's why you went out and got a Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
So when the play is dead, so are the Rams. Throw it to the sidelines, punt, live to play defense, live to fight another down. But I don't think you'll see anything as close to as exciting as Matthew Stafford, but you can have a credible offense with Jimmy Garoppolo out there.
Okay.
How's that make you feel, Mace?
That makes me feel like I need Matthew Stafford to
Yeah, me
play
too.
really bad.
Yeah,
He can keep you afloat, but
Yeah.
you want Stafford
Right,
back in.
exactly.
For how-
maybe it's 2 weeks. Maybe it's 3
Yeah.
weeks. Whatever that is. Can you keep
And
us
think of this.
afloat?
It could be worse. You could be going to Stetson Bennett or Dresser
Oh my
Wynn.
God.
What if it's 10 weeks?
If it's 10 weeks, I still think you can stay afloat.
I do too.
Yeah.
They will
And-
have
and
to really ride that defense hard.
You don't
Correct.
have to be 7-3 at 10 weeks. If you're 5-5, you're still
Stay
really
within striking
very
distance.
much in
Hey,
it.
2 years ago we were 3-6 and got back
Last
into
year
it.
they were 1-4.
1-4, exactly.
Yeah,
They keep doing the impossible in the NFL. Like, you do not, for the most part, come back when you fall down 1-4, 3-6. Like, you are done in the NFL.
Let's not do that. Let's not
Yeah,
let's not do
even
that
go
for a
there.
third year in a row.